'cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave.
They're talking about changing the food pyramid, and they're doing Trump RX, pharmaceutical pricing. So there's
Oh. Yes, well, yes, the world heard it.
That's what, we can't be racist against commie turncoats?
Well, no, that's Vietnamese specifically, and so
I think it's
just wanted to
Korean.
be
Calm
more-
down, Charlie.
I think it's Korean. Please admonish Gerald.
Yeah, calm down, Charlie.
You can't admonish. No, son of a. Somebody point the research.
Okay, yeah. I
Gooks
forgot.
are definitely the.
I forgot we're sitting.
Jesus.
We're sitting next to how to.
Zipperheads, gooks, all those things were said about. It's not me, it's them. I'm saying.
All right, calm down. How to Train Your Dragon Lady. It's enough. It's enough. White knighting for the zipperheads.
It just says a foreigner, especially a person of Southeast Asian descent.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
Korean.
admonished to me.
That's Korean. Obviously.
All right, Gerald admonished. Everyone take a drink. Let's hear the ding. Admonish Gerald.
Yeah, there we
What's
go.
wrong?
I already did it. He can't do it again.
Which frankly actually makes him more racist because he was being like targeted. He was being laser specific. Like,
It's about-
I reserve, like when I say gook, it's just general, that we're superior to the whole Pan-Pacific race. When he says gook, he's like, "You Viet Cong piece of shit." Like he really, you can hear the hatred in him. And it's wrong to hate Gerald.
He really means it. And I know it for a fact because my friend's grandfather married a Korean girl in the Korean War, and he always referred to her as his gook wife.
That's right. And she loves him a long time, and that's okay. We all have different things. So, by the way, we're going to go over 70 Democrat senators and congressmen are skipping the State of the Union address, skipping it completely. And remember, they're going to campaign on unity. Just so in case you were wondering, when the left says unity, what they really mean is, okay, we have power now, and we want to silence voices of dissent. I don't call for unity when our guy or someone who's more representative of our views is in power, because I know that it would be based on a lie. The left does it when convenient. Just dismiss it out of hand. It's the same thing as hate speech. Let's go to some of these results here. We're going to be comparing Biden versus President.
Oh, sorry. Amy Klobuchar's on screen.
Oh. She's not on screen, though, anymore. Now it just looks like an Orthodox guy with a beard.
Thank goodness. You know who is there? Fetterman. He's wearing a suit.
Oh, we got some. Oh, by the way, I forgot. We have a 7+1.
Yes.
7+1 things that President Trump was not able to accomplish his first year. We have that later. Also, our on-the-ground correspondent, Thomas Finnegan. So let's look at these polls right now. All references available. Link in the description. Job approval from President Trump. If you were to listen to CNN or MS Now, the worst name ever. It's like because Ricketts yesterday wasn't around. So job approval, he's at about 42.5% approved. Right, this is his second term. Here's the thing: if you take that in context, you look at historic job approval at this point in the second term of other presidents. George W. Bush was at 42.5, exactly the same. Obama was 2 points higher, 44.4%. If you look at favorability. Overall, Donald Trump is, at a negative 12.7%. Vance is at a negative 9. Mike Johnson's at a negative 7.4. Hakeem Jeffries, negative 9.2.
There he is.
Chuck Schumer, oh my gosh, someone call Blade. Chuck Schumer is at a negative 22%. Wow. A negative 22%. So disapproval has a last name, and it is Schumer. And then,
comedy and politics.
Yeah, and then if you look at the party, because people are telling the black pillars, they're saying Republicans are going to lose in the midterms big time. Well, that's it. It really comes down to if Republicans don't show up to vote. Because if you think that this administration has done nothing, we'll get to immigration, we'll get to the economy, we'll get to foreign policy. I do think that a lot of things have been done. Certainly not perfect, but when you consider the alternative, look, you do live in a situation where there's a binary choice. If you don't come out and vote, yeah, the Democrats will make some pretty significant gains. But if you look at overall sort of party popularity, just general party popularity, their approval, Democrats are at 55.9% unfavorable compared to about 52.9% from Republicans. So still today, Democrats have a significantly higher disapprove rating, unfavorable rating than the Republican Party. That should tell you something. don't believe the doomsdayers, even if things are imperfect.
Go vote. Don't buy into all this crap. That's the only way they win is if Republicans stay home.
Well, and if you look at proud to be American, Republicans answered 92% are proud to be American. By the way, that's always high, even when you have Democrat presidents, because we have different values. We actually love America. The left only tells you that they love America when it's convenient, kind of like when they cite the Constitution or the Bible, you know you're about to be lied to. Democrats, only 36% proud to be American. That dropped from 80% since Trump 2016. So Democrats, their pride in this country depends on who is their king, as they view it. Republicans are proud of this country no matter what. Now, let me ask you this. Who do you think is most likely to attempt to preserve this country or to improve this country? The person who consistently loves this country and wants to serve this country and pledges allegiance to this country, or the person who oscillates back and forth whether their buddy is in office or not? We are not the same. You're going to see that tonight. I think the takeaway tonight is going to be, look, we are not the same. It's not even close. Let's look at people say not enough has been done, right? We rated President Trump last time at the end of the year. Let's look at the economy, okay? Just Trump's second term, to be clear. They added 453,000 jobs.
Private sector jobs.
Sorry, private sector jobs.
Yep.
They cut 324,000 government jobs. That's the lowest level since 1966. I consider that a win. I would like to see those numbers higher. We can pump them up. Biden, you look at him, he added 126,000 government jobs. As a matter of fact, that was a big part of any of his job growth. If you look at native-born jobs versus foreign-born jobs, this is a fundamental difference in worldview. This tells a tale that it goes beyond the surface numbers. Native-born jobs under President Trump, just the second term now, he's added 1 million. Biden saw zero growth since COVID. If you look at foreign-born jobs, Donald Trump has actually reduced them by about 550,000. It was at a peak in March 2025. Biden added 6.4 million foreign-born jobs. So no native-born jobs, millions of foreign-born jobs, and we reversed that.
That's insane.
I think that's a good thing. I think that's significant because if you look at foreign-born, that's just H-1Bs doing a job that Americans would do for a cheaper wage.
Yeah, and that doesn't show up in the numbers like we're talking about. When you cut a bunch of government jobs, it makes it, oh, we didn't create a whole bunch of jobs. Well, I did do pretty well. I just had to cut a bunch of fat off of this, and I switched the jobs from foreign-born to American-born. That's exactly what we put him in office to do. Right. But it's not going to show on the scoreboard as easily. So do a little bit of research.
Let's look at inflation. This is a big one. People say nothing has been done. Okay, so Biden, the average across his presidency, 5.3%. His peak was 9.1%. Under Trump, it's been consistently 2.4%. The highest was 3% his first month in.
There's no room for you over here.
Kind of a big difference. If you look at real wages under Biden, they went down 1.3%. Trump 2.0, meaning in 1 year, up 1.3.
Doing a lot of work from home today.
4 years down 1.3, 1 year up 1.3. It's double the average wage growth that we saw of, I guess, between the period of 2006 to 2025. If you look at, obviously, the first term, we saw a growth of 3%, so thousands of dollars. Obama didn't see that. Biden saw the opposite of that. Annual incomes under Obama went up about $1,000. That's 8 years. Trump, first term, $4,000. Biden is $4,200. Negative, down. Groceries, this is a big one. Grocery prices, you know, the inflation slowed. It's only up about 2.3%. Typical rate is 2.6. Remember this big thing? Do we have, yeah, you guys remember this? Before Donald Trump was president, or really the first month or two. And I said, hey, you know what, leftists, you don't want to use this point. They would instruct, because I've signed up for all the DNC newsletters. They would instruct people to argue, how about the price of eggs? They would say, you want to see a Republican lose? Just ask them about the price of eggs. In case you've forgotten, this was their talking point. Then I'll get to the real world numbers.
Donald Trump promised to lower costs. He
Went
hasn't
with the
made
moo-moo,
eggs cheaper. He hasn't made the price of gas go down. And in fact,
like
all he's done is
moo-moo.
found a way to cut funding for programs that help American families, middle-class families all over the country.
More and more Americans are sharing their concern about egg prices. This hits everyone. Now, those grocery bills, they're not down. They're not level. As you're seeing from the reporting and the prices, they're up.
I don't know about you, but I can tell you, I went shopping last week and I went to look at eggs.
You
it's
went
ridiculous.
shopping?
The price of eggs is not coming down. The price of groceries is not coming down. We know we have bird flu, and this administration is cutting the folks, the staff that monitor this, that keep us safe, that keep our food safe.
It also doesn't help that the Trump administration has been suppressing new research on bird flu transmission.
Looks like we have everything we need. And with the price of eggs these days, you really can't be too careful.
Eggs now average $2.57 for a dozen, down 60%. Still want to go with that talking point? It may be the lowest price of eggs when adjusted for inflation ever. It's certainly right in there.
It doesn't help their argument, too, when they're saying stuff like, you know, they went into Venezuela and arrested Maduro. Did that lower the price of your eggs? I'm like, well, I don't know, but they're lower.
Yeah.
And that happened, so maybe.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's because
I wasn't connecting the dots.
I don't know if there's causation or correlation, but
yeah,
they're both happening.
I mean, they're both cool. Like a piece of shit was taken out in the middle of the night, and his own Cuban defenders were like, he's in the loo.
Maybe they used a discombobulator on all the chickens.
They could.
Surplus of eggs.
Look, I don't know if they Havana syndrome, some cartons of eggs. I have no idea. The point is, they're down in price, and evil dictators are behind bars, so that's kind of cool. Let's go to housing. Look, there's still work to do. That's one of the slowest things to kind of fix.
Yeah, right.
If you look at mortgage rates, the average right now is about 6%. Biden was around 7.8% at the peak. Across the board, also, there have been some executive orders to try and bring down the prices of homes. We've issued a multi-point plan. Donald Trump, some of the administration may be taking notes because they're doing some things that would make a big difference, barring institutional investors from buying up family homes.
One of the other
Let's look at this is also a really funny one, by the way, too. And I'm curious to see what happens tonight, because back in the day, the left always used to be on the climate change agenda. Well, AI has really shown their asses because these people are all invested in AI.
Prevent him from weaving. Netanyahu, if you can hear us, get in the teleprompter, no weave. Please. No weave. It's not good. Can someone get this message? Can someone please call Donald Trump? Please call Don. No weave. I'm begging you. I can't do another, you know. Do you remember when he used to say this in 24? He was saying the craziest shit. Remember when he was talking about Hannibal Lecter every day? What was that? Do you actually remember in 2024, he used to talk about Hannibal Lecter at every rally? And people were saying, like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? People were saying, like, Hannibal Lecter? What? Every rally was like, the late, great Hannibal Lecter. He'd love to have you for dinner. He kept saying that, and people were just like, okay. Okay, bro, I guess. And people started to call this out. They said, you're going crazy. Like, this is getting really weird. And then he would say, no, it's not weird. I'm weaving. I'm weaving. Ooh. Baron Trump. Okay, clavicular. We got to get some Reddit-True-Tide. Reddit-True-Tide down the hall and to the left. I'm kidding, of course. Kidding. We love Baron. Baron Trump. Hey, I love Baron Trump, but we got to get on a looks-maxing protocol there. No, but we love Baron. What was I saying? Yeah. Melania looking amazing. Where's she been? I love Baron Trump, but we got to get on a looks-maxing protocol. Okay, no, maybe it was just the way he was sitting. Now he looks better. Yeah. Look at the nose. Where's she been? He looks like a coin. He looks like that's a face that should be on a fucking coin, dude. Maybe it was just the way he was sitting. Now he looks Aryan. Look at the nose. We got Melania. You never see, nobody ever talks about that, but you never see Melania anymore. Isn't that interesting?
His son is so tall.
You never see her anymore, right? You wonder if there's a little trouble in paradise. Not that it's anybody's business, but something's definitely up there. We got the cabinet.
Okay, you're going to mark the list? Okay. We'll mark.
Here we go.
Mr. Hegseth, Defense, or Department of War.
Oh, I think I see Bondi.
Pam Bondi.
Well, those are the big ones. Not having them in the room would be very...
Yeah, the four, RFK Jr., Health and Human Services.
Bestman. His ass smells. It's a wind tunnel when he breaks in. By the way, I found out that Brian from the Backstreet Boys, the lead singer, he has the same condition that RFK had that changed his voice. They say it gives out like now at concerts. So he's like, Backstreet's back. All right.
Oh, no.
We're back again, asshole. Apparently he did. Fact check that.
Does it stay in like he can sing and then all of a sudden it doesn't?
And then it goes out.
Wow.
Yeah. Apparently.
I wouldn't perform anymore. I'd just be like, hey, I'm done.
What else do we have? Oh, we have, let's look at foreign policy. Brokered peace deals. Israel, Gaza, Israel, Iran, Thailand, Cambodia, Rwanda, DRC, India, Pakistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan. Or as Dave Smith refers to it, nothing. Withdrawing from NGOs, right? The World Health Organization, the Paris Climate Accord, several UN bodies, including the UN Population Fund. So, like, there has been a notable contrast. What are you laughing at?
The People's State of the Union, the one that the Democrats are doing, is temporary. They lost connection, so it's not broadcasting.
They're just trying
yeah, there it is.
They lost
the
connection.
People's State of the Union lost connection to the people?
Yeah, like the DNC.
Yeah, a long time ago, Stephen.
I'm trying to crime. Let's look at crime, guys. Nothing's been done. Violent crime is at its lowest since 1968. That's when Dirty Harry, I think, came out because people were so tired of violent crime. So it is 21% down for homicide. Lowest since 1900. It's one of those numbers where I don't believe it, so I have to double, triple check it. And I'm like, oh, no, that's true. That's true. That means that it's lower than when we had Hoover Towns. Think about that.
Yeah.
Aggravated assault down 9%. Gun assault 22%. Robbery down 23%. Carjacking down 43%.
Whoa, that's a huge one.
It's a huge one. Huge number.
Turns out you can do these things when you try.
Yeah. So
that's all it took.
So my prediction for tonight, what I think is going to be happening. First off, you're going to see a lot of commies not stand up. That's why we have it in the drinking game rules.
Well, the ones that are there, at least.
Yeah, the ones who are there.
Nobody wants to shake Lutnick's hand. He was walking down the aisle to backs.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's like,
yeah, no, dude.
Epstein Island, bro.
You got the black spot.
Those backs are familiar enough to him.
Hey.
I'm sorry, that's hilarious.
By the way, the black spot in Muppet Treasure Island, I was scared of that for years.
Really?
Because it's like the Muppet going like, the black spot, and then it means you're marked for death.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a really creepy Muppet. I was afraid of the Marley Brothers
now I know
from Muppet Christmas Carol for a long time. I thought they were going to come out of the bathroom. So my prediction is they're not going to stand up, and I think that Donald Trump's going to corner them. I think he's going to back them into a corner. So when he talks about immigration, he talks about deportations, I bet you he's going to lay the groundwork with, Lake and Riley, and he'll go through, this person was raped, brutalized, and didn't need to be killed. But these people are now out of the country. He's going to do that, and I think it'll look really bad if they don't stand. I think some of them will, but they just can't help themselves because, as you saw, most of them hate America. They hate America. They love controlling you. So I think we're going to see that quite a bit. I think the fact checks that you're going to see afterwards from CNN, who we will be fact checking, and the rebutting speech, I think they're going to try and say that Americans are still struggling economically. I think they're going to try and point to the tariffs being struck down, which, by the way, there's already a workaround in play. So we're just past the point where anyone can kind of acknowledge success from the other side. And I'm okay with it because I think we have a lot more to tout as conservatives, as Christian nationalists, as American-loving citizens. I think we have a lot more victories. I don't think the left does. I think everything they touch turns to ruin, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with not giving credit to the opposing party. Also, Thomas Massey's going to be sitting with Democrats, from what I understand.
Well, that may be fake news.
It may be fake news?
Yeah,
okay,
going
good.
around. So we'll keep an eye on it, but some people said that. In fact, I thought I saw him kind of walking in there.
The response is going to be from Abigail Spanberger, the governor of Virginia, and here's the thing. They're going to try and tell you that this person is moderate, right? They always try and do that, but that couldn't be further from the truth. So let me give you an idea as to how moderate this person is. Her legislative agenda includes, but is not limited to, ending state law enforcement cooperating with ICE. There you go. That's enough right there. I just think she's a traitor. Enacting or expanding taxes on Amazon delivery drivers, other package delivery drivers, firearms and ammo, dry cleaning, auto repair. She banned gas-powered leaf blowers. That's my favorite tool in existence.
It's awesome.
It's a legal FU to the neighbor that I don't like. It's like, here, deal with my problem. It's now yours.
Yeah, I wake up at 3 a.m. to do it.
Yeah, I wake up early to do it.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I sacrifice my time.
Yeah, I yell their first and last names.
Oh,
while
wow.
I do it.
I don't
just
even
to let
know
them
their first and last names.
Yeah. Well, I learned them just so I could shout it during the leaf blower. But I'm petty and small-minded.
Did you go through their mail?
Yeah, she's not even from Virginia.
Quite legal.
She wants to ban the Electoral College and join the National Popular Vote Compact. I'll be honest, I don't even know what that last one is necessarily.
It would make Trump the president, though.
Wants ranked choice voting, wants to extend time to collect absentee ballots, wants to replace Columbus Day with Indigenous Peoples Day. Tell you what, I'll find common ground as long as we can call it Conquered People's Day. Conquered Scalpers of Women and Children Day. Conquered Didn't Use the Fucking Wheel People Day. How about that? She wants to allow illegals to have in-state college tuition rates.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Out of country gets in-state?
She wants
That's insane.
She wants firearm purchase
Same with the one in
licenses to
New
buy a
Jersey.
firearm, raise the age of purchasing firearms to 21. And she wants to, of course, allow individuals to sue.
Maybe I'm talking about the
So
one.
this lady's an extreme leftist. There really is no such thing as a moderate liberal, a moderate Democrat on the national platform anymore. They don't exist. Who would we consider? Shapiro? But even then.
I mean, Fetterman's he's a moderate, but he's not. I don't think he's a speaking type.
No.
Which should we do the 7+1 right now, or what should we do?
No, I don't think they're.
I mean, they're going to clear the aisle, and Trump's going to come in just a minute.
Think about to turn off the lights and the Undertaker theme's going to come on.
Predictions of what we expect.
Well, I gave mine. What's yours?
Honestly, I think he's going to hit on everything that you talked about. He's going to tout, like he said, kind of this next 3 years. It's going to be very AI centric for the next 3 years of economic growth. But I think he's going to make his case to the American people about Iran.
Are they introducing him now?
Right here.
Let's see.
Yep.
Bring it up.
United States.
That's not him.
Yeah, but there he is. Bringing up more, Billy, so we have some juice. All right, bring up the drinking game rules so you guys see it as he comes out.
Who's that not Tim Walz guy?
Anytime Trump lands his anger, says, people say, or folks tell me, anytime a communist refuses to stand or clap, anytime Canada is insulted, Gerald gets admonished, finish your drink. If a chant breaks out, you will hear these dings. Gosh, when I hear people say, I'm not going to vote, he's betrayed everyone who voted for him. And I think this could be Kamala Harris coming out.
It could be.
Think about that.
Yeah.
And people act as though there's no significant difference.
Well, what would she say for an hour?
We've seen that. What she says for an hour can be condensed down to 20 minutes of bad editing and get sued for. We've already seen that train before. Yeah. I think the big thing people need to remember, too, this is 1 year in. Yeah. All of the achievements that we just listed are 1 year into a terrible situation in most of those cases.
Yep.
1 year.
Well, it's also crazy because people would say, well, the president doesn't have control over X.
Always.
The left would always say, but then they would go, well, how about the price of eggs? Turns out that if someone works really hard, you can make a difference.
What about immigration? Oh, I need a bill to hit my desk. I guess you don't.
Why doesn't anyone in legacy media bring up the whole egg price thing? And go, like, remember you guys said that they never, ever have to face accountability, the left. No. They never have to face accountability. Because if someone asked them that, then they would have to acknowledge, all right, the egg price thing that was our problem. Remember shrinkflation?
Well, they might not have mentioned eggs specifically, but they have been trying to tell us for the last few months that the grocery prices are up.
Yeah.
And it's like, these are people who don't go to the grocery store.
No, they must not.
You tell me the grocery. I have a budget that depends on me being accurate about the budget of the groceries. Like, I know it's not up.
It's true.
Look, if prices were up, if you go to crowdershop.com right now, 20% off the entire site. No promo code needed, just for tonight. Don't get screwed over this. 20% off. Go to Crowder.
Also, if you're malnourished because of groceries, you can the only other company, Foundation Daily, the world's best multivitamin supplement. Everything is clinically dosed with clinical ingredients, third-party lab tested, certificate of analysis available upon request. And you get 40% off if you go to Foundation Daily.
Buy the Jew shirt. Buy the Jew shirt.
He's just mad because he didn't think of it first.
Jews and non-Jews alike.
He wanted me to sell every crappy supplement company known to man.
Well, get ready to drink, everyone, because we have to admonish Gerald.
What did he do the opposite?
Oh, hold on. Say it again. 20% off from now until Thursday. They're much more generous than I am. I guess I do get admonished. I get admonished the president.
Oh, no. No, how could you?
You suck. How dare you?
President. No, admonish. And you know what? Gerald was way too happy about that with the president on screen. That's disrespectful. Admonish Gerald again. Make sure he's on screen. Make sure he feels that echo through his barren soul.
Yeah, that's 2 drinks for everybody. If you weren't,
Jew, or is it a Jew trying to get up to the mantle?
I don't know, but your heart looks like the upside down.
I already need a refill, Stephen.
Really? You've never even been playing the drinking game.
Well,
no, I've just been drinking.
You've been admonishing me.
Hey, Fetterman wore a suit.
It can't happen.
I didn't know they made him that.
He was just wearing a suit.
I didn't know they made him in that shape.
How angry do you think he is right now?
Yeah. It hurts.
Including the 3 who voted against his tariff policy.
We also saw him shake hands there with Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman, which I've been watching the Democrats whose hands he might have shaken hands.
What the hell?
I guess he would be the closest to a moderate Democrat. Fetterman, and even then, some policies he's far left. But I will tell you this: I can respect Fetterman because I believe that he follows his convictions, which, by the way, are somewhat dictated by his stroke, so they may be illogical. But
they lean our way. So
it might have made it more logical.
Yeah,
it might have.
If he gets kicked by a horse, does he go back Democrat?
I don't know. Falls down a well.
Yeah.
Name that movie.
Slips on a wet floor.
So 70 are missing, right? What's the number now?
It's over 70, but we don't know exactly. So we'll see.
Everyone at this table has experienced the difference.
They do that just for the headline.
Face-to-face.
Democrats boycott State of the Union.
It's a bad headline.
He's behind the screen or saying things in private. Oftentimes.
All right. Just listening to him. Not going to listen to them. We'll come back to
members of Congress have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's really an honor. Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, First Lady of the United States.
Leroy. Yes, going back to bed. Just had a snack.
Second Lady of the United States. Members of Congress and my fellow Americans, our nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before. Less than 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence. This July 4th, we will mark 2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph, progress and freedom in the most incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And you've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America. When I last spoke in this chamber 12 months ago, I had just inherited a nation in crisis with a stagnant economy, inflation at record levels, a wide open border, horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world. But tonight, after just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages. And we will never go back to where we were just a very short time ago. We're not going back. Today, our border is secure. Thank you. Today, our border is secure. our spirit is restored. Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before. And our enemies are scared. Our military and police are stacked. And America is respected again, perhaps like never before. After 4 years in which millions and millions of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked, we now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by far. In the past 9 months, 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States. But we will always allow people to come in legally, people that will love our country and will work hard to maintain our country. The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year. And last year, the murder rate saw its single largest decline in recorded history. This is the biggest decline, think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years, year 1900. In fact, substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred, before he was born, substantially before he was born. That's a long time ago. He wouldn't like me to say that, but that's a long time ago. The Biden administration and its allies in Congress gave us the worst inflation in the history of our country. But in 12 months, my administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest level in more than 5 years. And in the last 3 months of 2025, it was down to 1.7%. Gasoline, which reached a peak of over $6 a gallon in some states under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster, is now below $2.30 a gallon in most states, and in some places, $1.99 a gallon. And when I visited the great state of Iowa just a few weeks ago, I even saw $1.85 a gallon for gasoline. Mortgage rates are the lowest in 4 years and falling fast, and the annual cost of a typical new mortgage is down almost $5,000 just since I took office. 1 year. And low interest rates will solve the Biden-created housing problem well, at the same time protecting the values of those people who already own a house that really feel rich for the first time in their lives. We want to protect those values. We want to keep those values up. We're going to do both. And we are going to keep it that way.
Right Side Broadcasting, always dropping in ads.
53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that. 1 year. We want to protect those values. We want to keep those values up. We're going to do both.
That's a tough needle to thread.
It is. Got me worried.
And we are going to keep it that way. The stock market has set 53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that. 1 year. boosting pensions, 401ks, and retirement accounts for the millions and millions of Americans. They're all gaining. Everybody's up, way up. In 4 long years, the last administration got less than $1 trillion in new investment in the United States. And when I say less, substantially less. In 12 months, I secured commitments for more than $18 trillion pouring in from all over the globe.
Watch the fact check guys at Mission Control be taking these notes. The gas one, they're going to fact check and say that many of those are simply pledges. They're not commitments yet. Watch. That's what they're going to do. Cut it in half.
Much less than $1 trillion for 4 years versus much more than $18 trillion for 1 year. What a difference a president makes.
Oh, that's a zinger.
That is
Bring
a
up the
zinger.
drinking game rule.
Yeah.
A short time ago, we were a dead country.
Zinger.
Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. The hottest.
That's a double zinger. Oh, the left doesn't want to stand for us being hot?
Oh, they must not like Paris Hilton.
No. What?
It's a 2004 reference.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Josh.
As thousands of new businesses are forming in factories, plants, and laboratories are being built, we have added 70,000
Being built like
jobs
it's
in
Dexter's
just a very
basement.
short period of time. It's getting bigger and
Get
bigger
out,
and
DD.
stronger. Nobody can believe what they're watching. American oil production is up by more than 600,000 barrels a day, and we just received from our new friend and partner, Venezuela, more than 80 million barrels of oil.
I like how he steps.
Now, by the way,
how,
if the left isn't standing for this, they're also remaining seated. They want Venezuelans to starve because they were starving.
American natural gas production is at an all-time high because I kept my promise to drill, baby, drill.
They're going to
More
fact check and say
Americans
there
are
isn't
working
new drilling.
today
He's only
than
opened up
any
leases. Watch.
In the history of our country. Think about that. Any time in the history of our country, more working today, and 100% of all jobs created under my administration have been in the private sector.
Check all the references. Link in the description. We led with that. We gave you those charts.
The only government agency that's hiring is ICE.
Education and healthcare under one bar. I don't know why, but we can't control that.
DEI in America.
Do you think they have to stretch before they go into this?
If you're black, you better pay it back.
The DEI is not standing.
Huh. DEI
We
recipients.
got a record number of job-killing regulations, and in 1 year, we have lifted 2.4 million Americans, a record, off of food stamps.
I haven't seen her
The
movie.
left is
or
going to fact check
documentary
that
about
and
it.
say, well, it's because of work requirements, and that's because of ID checks, and that's because of, what does he have to work 40 hours a month?
And for all
It's
of
a win
these
to me.
reasons, I say tonight, members of Congress,
I think we'll
the
do a watch
state
party of it.
of our union is strong.
Strongest. By the way, back to the benefits. 40 hours a month. You can work, or you can go to school, or you
40 or is it 80?
It may have been 80, 20 hours a week.
Oh, the horror.
Or you can do charity volunteering.
Look, Lutnick is looking to people to give him attention. They still won't look at him.
Our country
Like
is
Dale
winning
Gross.
again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President.
People are
we're
asking
winning
me.
too
Drinking
much.
game rules.
And that's
We
also a
can't
zinger.
take it
You got to
anymore.
laugh.
We're not
That's
used to
two.
winning in our country. Until you
Bring
came
up the rules
along,
really
we're
quickly.
just always losing, but now we're winning too much.
When he says people say,
And I say, no, no, no. You're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And to prove that point, here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in.
oh, I bet you're going to follow it up with a dig at Canada.
He is fired up right now. Look at him. He's kind of elevating his voice.
He was building to that, and he.
Oh yeah.
No, wait.
Oh, this is
Turns
cool.
out the stars and stripes are a lot tougher than a faggy leaf.
Chant.
through hell.
Oh, yeah.
They were in Italy. Yuck.
I know. All right, cameras.
There's our hero.
Shows that smile. There it is.
Dig it, Canada. Come on.
Don't you like how he lets them sit in
They're
it?
sitting. No, hold on. No, they're not.
At least the commies are standing for the team.
Go ahead, take a bow. Is that what he said? The commies were standing?
Oh my gosh, a chant. Finish your drink. Bring up the drinking game rules. I can't do it. All right, I'll do it this once, okay, so you can see.
No, some of the Dems are sitting. Look at that.
Yeah,
at least a couple of rows.
Some are sitting.
You have to finish your drink anyway because there's a chant.
Of a gun.
And I haven't been drinking
I have a reputation to uphold.
This is gonna get rowdy.
I need a new one.
That's
Spicy.
the first time I've ever seen them get up. And actually,
That's a zinger.
not all of them did get up.
Double.
All the Canadian team in overtime, as everybody saw, as did the American women who will soon be coming to the White House.
And to Dig It Canada. Gosh, guys, can you guys at least give this, I don't want to pat myself on the back, the best drinking game rules in existence if you're an alcoholic.
I mean,
if you're a raging alcoholic like I am, it's just an indicator of how I'm able to call balls and strikes like beforehand. How did I know? It's almost like I've been doing this since 2006.
Almost.
Shittily.
Done.
They were in the Oval Office before, and I just want to say a second very big congratulations to Team USA. But I have to say that, and I told them this, and we took a vote of the team. I said, anybody votes no, I'm not doing it. So they stood there, and they weren't about to say no, because I've never seen a goaltender play as well as goalie Connor Hellebuck.
Yeah.
He was able to block those shots that I said he should be a life coach to,
shots.
Kamala.
This is very cool.
Maybe she should have a goalie as good as him. She took all the shots to the face.
Oh, jeez.
Not good.
Everybody's.
She should learn the butterfly method. Record number of shots.
Nice.
41 out of 42.
Who does he play for?
Oh, that's going to escape me.
Look at that beak.
They got 46 shots on goal, and I asked him, the one shot, the one where you put your stick in the back and it hit the neck of your stick and bounced off. You practiced that, or was that a little lucky? He refused to answer that question. But I just want to tell you that the members of this great hockey squad will be very happy to hear, based on their vote and my vote, and in this case, my vote was more important, that I will soon be presenting Connor with our highest civilian honor, which we will be given and which has been given to many athletes over the years. But when I say many, not too many, like 12, it's called the highest civilian honor in our country, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
That's incredible.
Awesome.
That's incredible.
And giving it to the goalie, too, the guy who everybody
Freeing the sport of hockey from those communist Canucks.
Yeah.
Thank you for the refill.
That's a big moment.
Yeah.
Is he cheering up?
Yeah, a little bit.
Good for him.
The goalie or Trump?
The goalie looks like he's
Great
fighting.
athletes
Huge
have
moment.
got
Can you
that.
imagine?
Very great, the best. And I thought he deserved it. And I did take a vote, every single one of them. I said, I'm not giving it if anybody goes no. And every single one of them rapidly put up their hand. So I want to thank you. What a special job you did. What special champions you are. Thank you very much.
Hey, Noodles, that has to make you happy being a goalie.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Typically, the goal is Winnipeg, the Jets. Funny enough, the Canadians, but we'll take Manitoba soon enough.
You know what's funny? I bet the Canadian players right now, if they're watching this, if they see this, they're like, "That's so cool."
That's really cool.
Yeah. That Mark Carney would never.
I mean, all we do is get pied. So, you
I'm
know.
also pleased to say that the next time the Olympic torch is lit, it will be here
LA.
in America for the 2028 Olympics, and it's the summer version right in Los Angeles. We're going to do a good job in Los Angeles.
So we're going to have to get rid of a lot of hobo piss. A lot of hobo piss, a lot of poop, dust mites.
They won't even stand to celebrate the Olympics coming to America.
That just
In
shows
Los
where the
Angeles.
left is. They won't stand to celebrate an American sporting event or American sporting teams in their own city.
Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in the country.
I don't like that. I like
And
a
that's a
dangerous
real
walk to
that's a
work.
real accomplishment because
this
Washington
year-
D.C. has a lot of blacks.
Jesus.
First term, and I was disappointed because I didn't think I'd be the president when this happened. But strange things took place, and now I've got them because I got the Olympics and I got the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and I wanted to claim the 250th, but I didn't get away with that one. I couldn't claim that one for myself. But we're getting the World Cup, so we have the World Cup and the Olympics coming, and that is exciting news.
Like Randy Newman said, strange things are happening to me. And I tell you what, USA Hockey, you've got a friend in me.
And the heroes who have
And
kept it
short
free.
people don't have a reason to
Men
live.
like Buddy Taggart. At age 17, Buddy volunteered to defend America in World War II, serving in the Pacific under the great General Douglas MacArthur. He fought bravely in the famous Battle of Manila, worked so hard. He was badly wounded and almost killed by enemy machine guns in Luzon. And 81 years ago this month, he liberated the largest internment camp in the Philippines, one of the largest anywhere in the world. But he earned many honors, including a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star, came home, started a family, and tonight he is in the gallery looking forward to July 4th, 2026, his 100th birthday.
Those bastards better stand. I'm going to stand.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That one.
We'll show them how to do it here.
And he'll never buy a Honda or Toyota.
Please show the Democrats not seeing.
CNN won't show it.
So, Buddy, you're a brave man, and we salute you. Even in times of challenge, setback, and immense heartache, the spirit of
Do they not stand for him?
1776 has always shone
Shame.
through very brightly.
Yep.
It was July 4th of last year when floodwaters tore through a girls' summer camp in Central Texas. One of the worst things I've ever seen. I was there, rising 26 feet in the matter of minutes, tragically claiming many, many lives. You all remember that one. As the waters threatened to sweep her away, 11-year-old Millie Kate McClelland closed her eyes and prayed to God. She thought she was going to die. Those prayers were answered when Coast Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above. Nobody knew where he came from. It was Scott's first ever rescue mission, a young guy, but very brave, very, very top, always top in his class. And he lifted not just Billy Kate, but 164 others to safety.
Insane.
Holy
Jim,
shit. You have some Democrats who aren't standing still. Okay, now they all went up.
Finally, they looked at each other like, can we really not stand?
Someone get these communists some Cialis.
The hell's the matter with these people, man?
Is that a trans person right there?
I don't.
I think it's just.
Look at those hands. They could crack a fucking lobster.
Your hands could crack a lobster.
Let's do it.
People watched Scott from a distance, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The winds were blowing, the rain was pouring, everything was going, and that rapid water, nobody had ever seen anything like it. They said, wow, that's something. Tonight,
They
Scott
said,
and
wow.
Millie Kate
That was Shane Gillis.
Bring up drinking game
reunited
rules.
for the very first time. Thank you, Scott, Millie Kate.
Yeah, and I love Shane Gillis, but when Trump talked in 2015, that was the whole segment. They said, they tell me.
No, I meant the wow.
Is that the girl?
Yeah, that was in the Trump
saved?
talk.
Oh.
Good. Could be. You notice also the people being honored aren't freak shows?
No, they're heroes.
Just a small, different thing.
Weird.
Actual heroes that did things.
And Petty Officer Ruskin I'm pleased to inform you that I am now awarding you the Legion of Merit for extraordinary heroism, which is what it was, extraordinary heroism. Thank you.
Let's see, do you think he's going to...
That's incredible, man.
He's going to tear up?
I think they told him beforehand, but maybe.
God bless you, man.
Oh, yeah.
God bless you, man.
I'd like to have the military aid to please come down.
I already did.
Also, bold move to keep that stash.
Thank you very much.
I feel like he grew it a few weeks ago.
Heroes, highlighting heroes.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Not identity,
From
accomplishment.
1776 to today.
This is what defines you, your actions,
My dog is
not your
fighting
moral
leader.
characteristics.
Legion of Merit is
and the pursuit of
incredible.
happiness. And they're really doing it for the next generation. But now it's our turn. Together, we're building a nation where every child has the chance to reach higher and go further, where government answers to the people, not the powerful, and where the interests of hardworking American citizens are always our first and ultimate concern. That is the debt we owe to the heroes who came before us, and that is the promise we must keep to America for our 250th year. Last year, I urged this Congress to begin the mission by passing the largest tax cuts in American history, and our Republican majorities delivered so beautifully. Thank you, Republicans.
You're right. We turn to the left to thank them. Not a single commie standing.
Oh, bastards. That's intentional.
No, it's very, very observant. Anyone who says there's no difference, I'm very proud that this guy's our president. I'll just tell you. You can say that we're cheerleaders, whatever. I'm so glad he's president and not Kamala Harris. From the bottom of my heart, I'm so grateful.
They wanted large-scale tax increases to hurt the people instead. But we have
control.
He's
dead.
Look at Chuck Schumer.
It looks like shit.
We gave you no tax on tips, no tax
Looks like
on
Mojo.
overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
They're going to fact check that and say that that's not true. The no tax on tips. It hasn't been delivered. They're going to try and say, well, actually, the Democrats wanted tax cuts for the lowest portion. But the truth is the Democrats, their plans have always taxed the middle class more. The poorest obviously receive a tax relief because they get more benefits.
Deductible the first time, but only if the car is made in America.
There we go. By the way, just a quick shout out to
Toyota.
Fragniak on Rumble. Rated our stream tonight, so thank you.
Thank you, Fragniak. We appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
That's a guy, right?
Yeah. Megan Hemhauser, a devoted mom
Fragniak
who's
rock.
homeschools her children, beautiful, 2 children, during the day while waiting
Maybe we can
tables
have him
at
on.
night, as her husband works overtime operating very heavy equipment. Megan is here this evening, and she's happy to tell you that she is so much richer because with no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and our expanded child tax credit done again by Republicans, Megan and her husband will take home more than $5,000 extra just for the year, cutting her tax bill in more than half.
That's the big difference between the right and the left. The left wants the 43% who pay nothing in taxes to get more benefits. The right wants people who are still struggling but paying quite a bit in taxes to get some relief. They want you to be able to keep more of your check. The left wants you to be able to take more of someone else's check. That's the difference.
Under our bill, parents like Megan can also activate their children's brand new Trump accounts. And I didn't name it.
That high-calorie woman next to her was pissed. By the way.
She was. She looked like this white girl. By the way, these accounts are insane. Look into them. Awesome.
By a very tall man sitting right there in the third row. Nice man, a good man.
And make sure that the
tax-free investment
his speech
accounts
is going out
for
loud enough,
every
obviously
American
online.
child. This is something that's so special and has taken off and gone through the roof. Millions will be pre-funded courtesy of the U.S. Treasury and private individuals like Michael and Susan Dell, who have donated $6,250 million to fund the Trump accounts for 25 million American children.
It's insane, right?
When people say, "Oh, we're spending so much on Israel, not for
For
Americans,"
both
that's
my
a
sons,
donation.
make sure they set those up.
Twice the amount we give to Israel, which, by the way, we shouldn't be giving. I agree. But let's put this into context.
They won't stand.
Nope. This is huge for every American.
Huge.
I asked Michael
Especially
to
poor
help me make
Americans.
all that money. He said, well, I just sat on my dorm in school and I made computers and I'd sell them to people. And I just kept selling and selling and selling. And pretty amazing story. That's called the American dream. He sold a lot of computers, a lot of those laptops. So I congratulate him on that. But I really thank him and Susan, as well as others like Brad Gerstner, a very tremendous guy. He was behind it right from the beginning. Brad Gerstner. Thank you, Brad.
Dude, turns out I found out they don't still make netbooks.
Love the Apple II.
Brad, thanks for shaving.
So with modest additional contributions, these young people's accounts could grow to over $100,000 or more by the time they turn 18. Think of it.
Yeah.
How much money is that for somebody that started with nothing? Over 100,000, could be much more than that.
No federal
To make
student
this
loan.
investment in our children's future, go to trumpaccounts.gov. Trumpaccounts.gov. And a lot of people are doing it. It's setting every record in the book. It's popular.
Drink. A lot of people
They knew
say,
what
a lot
was
of people
going
doing
to-
it.
what it was going
Bring
to
up the
take.
drinking game
I'm so
rules for
proud
people
of
who are
them.
new.
I'm so proud of the people that got it started. And now it's just taken off. One of the primary reasons for our country's stunning economic turnaround, the biggest in history, where the Dow Jones broke 50,000 4 years ahead of schedule, and the S&P hit 7,000, where it wasn't supposed to do it for many years, were tariffs. I used these tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well. Countries that were ripping us off for decades are now paying us hundreds of billions of dollars. They were ripping us so badly, you all know that. Everybody knows it. Even the Democrats know it. They just don't want to say it. And yet these countries are now happy. And so
$325 billion
we made deals.
in
The
tariff
deals were all
revenue.
done. And they're happy. They're not making money like they used to, but we're making a lot of money. There was no inflation, tremendous growth. And the big story was how Donald Trump called the economy correctly. And 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics didn't. They got it totally wrong. They got it really wrong.
I love I did
That's a
Nobel.
zinger drink.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
All those prizes and so much bullshit.
Came down. Very unfortunate ruling.
By the way, I believe he's looking, this whole time he was looking towards the Supreme Court justices.
You just said very unfortunate ruling.
Yeah. Countries and corporations want to keep the
It's a
deal
classy dig.
that they already made, right, Scott? Knowing that the legal power that I, as president, have to make a new deal could be far worse for them, and therefore they will continue to work along the same successful path that we had negotiated before the Supreme Court's unfortunate involvement. So despite the disappointing ruling, these powerful country-saving, it's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in, peace-protecting. Many of the wars I settled was because of the threat of tariffs. I wouldn't have been able to settle them without. Will remain in place under fully approved and tested alternative legal statutes. And they have been tested for a long time. They're a little more complex, but they're actually probably better, leading to a solution that will be even stronger than before. Congressional action will not be necessary. It's already time tested and approved. And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love.
Is that not America first?
By the way, those when he talks about those tariffs being used, that's Israel, Gaza, Israel, Iran, Thailand, Cambodia, Rwanda, DRC, India, Pakistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan. Or as the black pill libertarians say, no wars ended because it didn't involve the military, but then they bitch about Iran.
Will continue pouring into the United States of America because we finally have a president who puts America first. I put America first. I love America.
Ooh, the side eye to the right side of the room.
Yeah. Two Seagulls. Those guys.
For decades before I came along, we had the exact opposite. From trade to healthcare, from energy to immigration, everything was stolen and rigged in order to drain the wealth out of the productive, hardworking people who make our country great, who make our country run.
A managed
Under
decline,
Biden
it was called.
and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New scam, open borders for everyone. They poured in by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions. They were murderers, 11,888 murders. They came into our country. You allowed that to happen.
Wow,
And record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time. Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly use the word affordability, a word they just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they
bringing game rules, bring them up.
The increased prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. You caused that problem.
Absolutely.
And people will say this isn't unifying, it's attacking. Now do Obama after Bush. He set the precedent.
I don't even care. It's honest.
It's not dividing. It's telling them to get their act together.
Yep.
They knew
for the American people.
They knew it. They knew their statements were a dirty, rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. Our policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well. Those prices are plummeting downward.
This is a Democrat fight.
I will tell you this. I think he has a lot of flaws. I think he believes what he's saying. I think he really cares about the American people.
Yeah.
Is down 60%. Madam Secretary, thank you.
I was like, who's he pointing
Cost
to?
of chicken, butter, fruit, hotels, automobiles. Rent,
And let's be honest, Chuck Schumer, you love butter.
And even beef, which was very high, is starting to come down significantly. Just hold on a little while. We're getting it down.
When I was at
And
office,
soon
I
you
said,
will see
"Where's the
numbers that
beef?"
few people
Oh, there
would
it
think
is.
were
It's in Argentina.
possible to achieve just a short time ago. Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers, and especially energy, when they see energy going down to numbers like that, they cannot believe it. It's like another big tax cut. I'm also confronting one of the biggest ripoffs of our times, the crushing cost of health care caused by you. Since the passage of
That point
the
is a zinger,
Affordable
guys.
Care Act, sometimes referred to as Obamacare, big insurance companies have gotten rich. It was meant for the insurance companies, not for the people. With our government giving them hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars a year as their stock prices soared 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, and even 1,700%, like nothing else. That's why I introduced the great healthcare plan. I want to stop all payments to big insurance companies and instead give that money directly to the people so they can buy their own health care, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
better health care at a much lower cost.
Wow. That's a moonshot.
And that's something that if a
Look at
Democrat,
that! Look at that color. He pulled the fire alarm.
We can't stand up, right?
if a Democrat president said that, they would be loving it.
Yeah.
In addition, my plan requires maximum price transparency. That's a big deal.
How could anyone be against price transparency?
They don't want a competitive.
And I did that in my first
Medical
term,
industry.
and the Democrats immediately terminated it with full knowledge that they were doing a very bad thing for the people. Costs were going to go way up, and that's what happened. And now I'm bringing them way down on health care and everything else. I'm also ending the wildly inflated cost of prescription drugs like it's
Yeah.
never
We've got a
happened
website
before.
for that. It's insane.
Also, look at J.D. Vance's water. He thinks someone's going to poison him.
Other presidents tried to do it. but
This is
they
our
never
house,
could.
JD.
They tried. Most didn't try, actually. But they tried. They said they tried. They couldn't do it. They didn't even come close. They were all talk and no action. But I got it done. Under my just enacted most favored nation agreements, Americans who have for decades paid by far the highest prices of any nation anywhere in the world for prescription drugs
Fact check true.
will now pay the lowest price anywhere in the world for drugs. Anywhere. The lowest.
You know why I love President Trump? And he has a lot of flaws. It's not enough to be conservative. You have to hate the left. He truly hates the left. You can hear it. You can feel it.
Should be my third term. What? Strange things happen.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be the headline. What did he say? Should be my third term. The left is going to say he wants to be dictator forever. Watch. That will be a major headline.
To the lowest. That's a big achievement. The result is price differences of 300, 400, 500, 600% and more. All available right now at a new website called TrumpRx.gov. And I didn't name that one either, by the way.
He never does.
And that's not with Democrats have done it with subsidies,
right?
Not by comparing with
not by leveraging markets.
Yeah. Customer ever to get that big discount, and it is big. Catherine Rayner. For 5 years, she and her husband have struggled with infertility, and they turned to IVF. One drug has been costing Catherine $4,000 to purchase. But a few weeks ago, she logged on to the TrumpRx website and got that same drug that cost $4,000, got it for under $500.
Colombian gold.
A reduction of much more, actually, than $3,500.
Nose candy.
Catherine, we are all praying for you.
Booger
and you're
sugar.
going to be a great mom.
You notice she's standing to the left when he delivered that to the right. It's so good how he's doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Look, he's got a World War II veteran. He's got a World War II veteran right next to a mom. Whoever sort of assigned this seating did a really strategic job.
Congress to codify my most favored nation program into law. Now, the one thing I'm not sure it matters because it's going to be very hard for somebody that comes along after me to say, let's raise drug prices by 700 or 800%. But John and Mike, if you don't mind, codify it anyway. They may do it. Codify it anyway. Thank you. Many Americans are also concerned that energy demand from AI data centers could unfairly drive up their electric utility bills.
Everything we
Tonight,
covered.
I'm pleased to announce that I have negotiated the new Ratepayer Protection Pledge. You know what that is? We're telling the major tech companies that they have the obligation to provide for their own power needs. They can build their own power plants as part of their factory.
And by the way,
so
that's
that
brilliant.
no one's prices will go up. And in many cases, prices of electricity will go down for the community and very substantially down. This is a unique strategy never used in this country before. We have an old grid. It could never handle the kind of numbers, the amount of electricity that's needed. So I'm telling them they can build their own plant. They're going to produce their own electricity. It will ensure the company's ability to get electricity while at the same time lowering prices of electricity for you and could be very substantial for all of you cities and towns. You're going to see some good things happen over the next number of years. Another pillar of the American dream that has been under attack is home ownership. With us tonight is Rachel Wiggins, a mom of two from Houston. She placed bids on 20 homes and lost all of those bids to gigantic investment firms that bypassed inspection, paid all cash, and turned those houses into rentals, stealing away her American dream. She was devastated.
All right, I'm going to do a quick ad read while we have a chance.
Some of this is good stuff, but just the way he's delivering it is not.
It's not letting me. Failed to load, accept campaign. Okay. It's not letting me load the campaign so well.
Stories like this are why last month I signed executive order to ban large Wall Street investment firms from buying up in the thousands single-family homes.
Hundreds of thousands.
Thank you.
I love making
Some of the left are standing for this.
Tech firms paying for their own data centers.
It's like AI Swiss Family Robinson. You got to do it yourself, and your kids will be inbred.
Not for corporations. Corporations are doing just fine. Ray Sal, thank you very much. Good luck with your home. You'll get one soon.
Yeah.
How about you one?
When people say that all of our government officials are in pockets, whose
We're
pockets
also
is he
working
in?
to make it easier
When he
for
says no more
Americans
institutional
to save
investors,
for
people can buy homes.
retirement. And under this
Comment below.
administration, we will always protect Social Security and Medicare. They are not protecting it for our seniors. We will always protect Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid.
I don't love this.
No, that's a pander that the right always has to do because of the old
always
voting
have
base.
to do it. Yep. I hate
Since
it.
I took office,
You got to fix
I
it.
think he means that, though.
No, he
balance
does.
is up by at least $30,000. That's a lot of money.
Get some chicken wings and weed after
Millions
this
and
is done.
millions of people, because the stock market has done so well, setting all those records. Your 401ks are way up. Yet half of all of working Americans still do not have access to a retirement plan with matching contributions from an employer. To remedy this gross disparity, I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these often forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year, as we ensure that all Americans can profit from a rising stock market. Let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
Nancy Pelosi just went.
Exactly.
Well, she's retiring.
So did Dan Crenshaw.
Hey, there's some people on the left standing up. That's fantastic. By the way, guys, make sure you go and support our sponsors. Go to lwcgold.com, see if you qualify for a no fees for life IRA. It's not just the stock market going up. The price of gold has doubled pretty much in about a year and a half.
I can't believe it.
And it's thanks to sponsors like that that you guys match my 401k. Thank you.
That's right, yeah.
Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she's...
That old frigid bitch. Is she going to the freezer for
Dude.
$8 a pint ice cream?
You said it.
By Nancy Pelosi EFT. Come on.
Come on, I made a lot of money from that.
Come on, that's a zinger.
That is really good. I love it.
I wasn't sure if anybody even on this side was going to applaud for that. I'm very impressed. Thank you. I'm very impressed. But when it comes to the corruption that is plundering, it's plundering America. There's been no more stunning example than Minnesota, where members of the Somali community have pillaged an estimated $19 billion from the American taxpayer. Oh, we have all the information. And in actuality,
Somebody's
the
yelling
number is
in
much
the
higher than
audience.
that.
Is that Omar?
And California, Massachusetts, Maine,
Yes.
and many other states are even worse. This is the kind of corruption
My
that
brother's
shreds
husband
the
said that's
fabric
not
of the
true.
nation, and we are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance.
Yeah. These guys love it. By the way, here's the Nancy Pelosi.
That's a great setup for
Yeah,
2028.
Look at this. Look at the performance of Nancy Pelosi. If you just follow what she does.
Bring it up.
Yep. Jeez. Made a lot of money from that.
Yeah, Toolman actually
He does.
had an account that mirrored her account.
Yes.
And we're
Hell,
able
he's
to
still
find
working here.
enough of that fraud. We will actually have a balanced budget overnight. It'll go very quickly. That's the kind of money you're talking about. We'll
Yeah.
balance our budget. The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota remind us that there are large parts of the world where bribery, corruption, and lawlessness are the norm, not the exception.
Plus, they marry their
Importing these
brothers
cultures through unrestricted
Ew.
immigration
and
open
circumcise their women.
brings those problems right here to the USA. And it is the American people who pay the price in higher medical bills, car insurance rates, rent, taxes, and perhaps most importantly, crime. We will take care of this problem. We're going to take care of this problem. We are not playing games. Delilah,
Why? Delilah. My.
Hey there, Delilah. What's it like in
Delilah.
Fraud City?
So before you come to break down the door,
Delilah Colt
There she is.
was only 5 years old in June 2024 when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her stopped car traveling at 60 miles an hour or more. The driver was an illegal alien let in by Joe Biden and given a commercial driver's
Guess where he's
license by
from.
open borders politicians in California.
Of course.
Doctors said Delilah would never be able to walk or talk, have a good life. She wouldn't even be able to eat again. But against all odds, she is now in the first grade learning to walk. And she's here this evening with her dad, Marcus, a fantastic man. Delilah, please, you are a great inspiration. Please stand up.
There we go. Cute.
Are they standing?
Thank you, Delilah.
She's adorable.
Many, if not most, illegal aliens do not speak English and cannot read even the most basic road signs as to direction, speed, danger, or location.
Zinger.
For tonight, I'm
Drink for
calling
those who are in the
Congress
drinking game
to
rule.
pass
Bring them up.
what we will call the Delilah Law, barring any state from granting commercial driver's licenses to illegal aliens.
How can commies not stand for that?
Well, they're already not allowed to have them, Steven.
Wait. No, they gave him.
Why do they sound like the kid from Magic School Bus? I knew I should have stayed home today.
Because that's how they sound to me.
Okay, that makes sense.
And yesterday, as you probably saw at the White House, I hosted a ceremony with Americans who lost their treasured loved ones to the scourge of illegal immigration. People came into our country, how we allowed this to happen with our open borders. These are the angel moms and families that for decades our government betrayed and our media totally ignored. It was terrible. Hard to believe, actually. In 2023, a 16-year-old high school cheerleader named Elizabeth Medina was supposed to perform in her town's Christmas parade, but she never arrived. Her mother, Jacqueline, went home to look for her, and she found her lying dead in a bathtub, bleeding profusely after being stabbed 25 times. Elizabeth's killer was a previously arrested illegal alien who had broken in and brutally extinguished the brightest light in her family's life, violently and viciously. Her heartbroken mother is in the gallery to remind everyone in this chamber exactly why we are deporting illegal alien criminals to our country at record numbers, and we're getting them the hell out of here fast. We don't want them.
That's a zinger, and let's see, do commies stand for that? Show us. They won't stand. What did I tell you? He's going to back them into a corner, and they won't stand for it. They can't help themselves. They hate America.
And Americans.
Yep.
They won't stand for the mom who lost her daughter.
This poor woman. There were a couple men who stood, by the way. A couple men. I didn't see any women that stand.
We can never forget that many in this room not only allowed the border invasion to happen before I got involved, but indeed they would do it all over again if they ever had the chance. If they ever got elected, they would open up those borders to
They will.
some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world. The only thing standing between Americans and a wide open border right now is President Donald J. Trump and our great Republican patriots in Congress. Thank you.
I just laugh at him referring to himself in the third person. Yeah. It's funny.
Go ahead, drink. There's a zinger.
Yeah. I'll take.
Look, the left is sitting. In other words, that's a protest to sit. They're saying, we want illegals coming into this country. That's the empathetic thing to do.
Department of Homeland Security. It's all cut off. It's all cut off. They have instituted another Democrat shutdown, the first one costing us 2 points on GDP. 2 points we lost on GDP, which probably
You
made
know
them quite
me.
happy, actually. Now they have closed the agency responsible for protecting Americans from terrorists and murderers. Tonight I'm demanding the full and...
There's something to the white. Something's going on.
Just keeping the clapping going.
An astronaut! Just an ass.
He looks like he's from Dante's Seventh Ring of Hell.
What an asshole.
Oh my God. Checkmate. Oh, yeah. Checkmate. For those who have ears to hear, eyes to see, that's checkmate. Piece of shit. He should be hung for treason.
Why are they showing Kelly so much?
He should be hung for treason. Go ahead. Quote that. Make it a headline. He should be hung for treason.
Yeah.
Longest
I'm jumping between them all.
Make it sting.
I was hoping.
Be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals.
Somebody's
and
having a
enact
mentee
serious penalties for
mentee
public
bee.
officials who block
He's
the removal
pointing.
of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country. They're blocking the removal of these people out of our country.
Get
and
him,
you
Trump.
should be ashamed of yourself.
Man. Can we tell who's yelling? Oh,
They-
someone
they-
just got to their feet and was sitting before.
There's an old lady in white who's like, she's like,
But
quick,
which
I get on
one?
Twitter. Are you gonna?
Is she gonna get ejected, do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if this works.
And perhaps most importantly, I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act.
Finally.
Keeping you waiting. This is how he knew you'd listen for the whole time to
Yeah.
save towards the end.
Stop
It's not-
illegal aliens and others
This is something that
who are
I'm
unpermitted
unsure
persons from
now
voting in our sacred American
if it would
elections.
help
The
in the
cheating
midterms
is
or not.
rampant in our elections. It's rampant.
Why?
It's very
I don't know. Some
simple.
people were
All
confused me.
voters must
I thought
show
it was.
voter ID.
Bring up the snow removal thing.
All voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote.
Seems fine.
What a crazy concept.
Yeah.
And no more crooked mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. None.
Yes. Fine. That's how it always should. That's how it was supposed to be.
And this should be an easy one. And by the way, it's polling at 89%, including Democrats. 89%. And even the new communist mayor of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually.
Yeah.
I speak to him a lot. Bad policy, but nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit
Yes.
hard.
Genius.
Wants them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a social security card.
Home run.
Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good. No good.
It's no good.
Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly agree on the policy that we just enunciated. And Congress should unite and enact this common sense, country-saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens.
Yes, I agree.
The reason they don't want to do it, why would anybody not want voter ID?
Well, I
One
think we
reason,
know.
because they want to cheat. There's only one
There it
reason.
is.
They make up all excuses.
Oh, he's making somebody
They
mad.
say it's racist. They come up with things. You almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated.
Who is this
And their
dumb-
policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John.
He said we have to stop. John, which John is he addressing? I love that he like will drop people's first names.
Yeah.
And
And
just, like,
here's one
top
more
of mind to him.
opportunity to show common sense in government. In the gallery tonight are Sage Blair and her mother, Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her
Oh,
to
okay.
a new gender, treating her as a boy and hiding it from her parents. Hard to believe, isn't it? Before long,
No.
a confused Sage ran away from home after she was found in a horrific situation in Maryland. A left-wing judge refused to return Sage to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter was their son. Sage was thrown into an all-boys state home and suffered terribly
Yes,
for a long time.
great story.
But
I
today,
mean, not great,
all
but
of that is behind them because Sage is a proud and wonderful young woman with a full ride scholarship to Liberty University. Sage and Michelle, please stand up.
yes,
Oh,
more
there's Erica.
detransitioners.
You see Erica?
Erica Kirk, yeah.
Yeah.
What is she doing there? She's supposed to be throwing herself over the grave of Charlie.
Sorry. We're positive
That's for
tonight.
tomorrow's stream. I was
Yeah.
just pointing out that she was there.
And thank you for your great bravery. And who can believe that we're even speaking about things like this? 15 years ago, if somebody was up here and said that, they'd say, what's wrong with him?
Yeah.
But now we have to say it because it's going on all over numerous states.
Whoever this
Without
woman
even
is,
telling the
like,
parents.
all right, you had your,
But surely
your
we can
viral
all
moment for
agree
Twitter.
no
Like,
state can be
get your shit
allowed
together.
to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we're even talking about this? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately. Nobody stands up. These people
Yes,
are
get it.
crazy. I'm telling you. They're crazy.
Yeah. USA.
I hope we see that circulating the internet. These
Yeah.
people are crazy.
I hope that's a
Crazy.
meme. Yeah.
Amazing. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country with people like this. Democrats
Every
are
child
destroying
now.
our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we? Huh? No one cares more about
Yeah, they're in the they're being warned. They were delivered a while ago.
First lady, now a movie star. She's a movie star. Can you
Yeah.
believe it?
Giving his wife some love.
Who would have believed that? Over the past year, she has had an incredible impact championing AI legislation, advancing a landmark executive order on foster care, and helping secure $30 million to launch the Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence Initiative. It's a
I was
tremendous.
so happy when she took up foster
really a
care as
tremendous
part
thing
of
that
her
happened and had a lot of
That's-
position
bipartisan
as first
support.
lady.
She gets much better.
I don't know why they all
bipartisan
didn't do
support
it
than I
before. It's
do.
crazy.
I get none. She gets a lot. Someday you're gonna have to tell me how you did that. And students and educators in every state have joined the First Lady's efforts in the
dude in white
presidential
lady,
AI challenge.
the
keeping
dude in white
America's
lady
next
closes.
generation
Oh, it's probably the
positioned to
trans
succeed and strongly succeed
from
in the
from Minnesota.
Having a meltdown
Tonight,
over this
we welcome
story.
two young people whose
Yeah.
lives reflect the First Lady's impact, Sierra Burns and Everest Nevermont. Thank you both. And Melania, thank you. I know how hard you worked on it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, just a total pro.
Aw. Melania out here high-fiving children, having great hair, you know.
It's not easy as
I'm very
it
proud
makes.
to
She makes
say
it
that
look.
during my time in office, both the first 4 years and in particular this last year, there has been a tremendous renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God.
Yes.
Tremendous.
Biggest
renewal.
revival, Christian revival in a very long time. I wonder he's going to go to Charlie Kirk maybe now.
I was wondering.
This is especially true among young people, and a big part of that had to do with my great friend, Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great man.
Candace in shambles.
So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs.
Lady in the pink is
His
Representative
wonderful wife,
Kamek.
Erica,
I'm pretty
is with
sure, by
us
the way.
tonight. Erica, please stand.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's got too much jewelry on.
What are they chanting?
Charlie.
Charlie? Okay.
Thank you, Erica.
You're still sitting.
Thank you a lot. In Charlie's memory, we must all come
And
together
Candace
to
Owens is a
reaffirm that
cunt.
America is one nation under God,
Look,
and we
you
must
know, for
totally
Space J,
reject
maybe she
political
just
violence
be allowed to
of any
question
kind.
stuff.
Hey, I'm not saying she can't. I'm just saying she's a cunt. And I don't use that word.
Cute.
We love religion.
It does look like Cat
and we
Candy,
love
you're right.
bringing it back, and it's coming back at levels that nobody actually thought possible. It's really a beautiful thing to see. Above all, unleashing
She's the
America's
hugest
promise requires
cunt.
keeping our
Sorry.
communities safe. We have made incredible strides, yet dangerous repeat offenders continue to be released by pro-crime Democrat politicians
Capital
again
C.
and again. We are honored to be joined tonight by a woman who's been through hell, Anya Zarutska. In 2022, she and her
No, they're
beautiful
not.
daughter, so
The people that
beautiful,
vote for
what a
them
beautiful young woman,
think
Irina
they're
fled
strong for doing what they're
Bring up
doing.
the stabbing.
war-torn Ukraine to live with relatives near Charlotte, North Carolina.
People have
And
all
by the
forgot
way,
about that.
What's going on with Charlotte?
It's like you don't
Last summer,
forget it, but it's like
23-year-old Irina
just
was
hits
riding
keep on
home
coming.
on the
you
train
know?
when
Yeah.
a
Like drink it from a fire
deranged
hose, you know?
monster who had been arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body. No one will ever forget there were people on that train. No one will ever forget the expression of terror on Irina's face as she looked up at her attacker in the last seconds of her life. She died instantly. She had escaped.
I'll
a
never
brutal
forget
war
that
only
video.
To be slain by a
It's
hardened
burnt into my
criminal,
brain.
set free to kill in America, came in through open borders. Mrs. Zarutska, tonight I promise you we will ensure justice for your magnificent daughter, Irina.
She there?
Mm-hmm. Next to Erica.
Next to Erica. She was a refugee, but she loved this country.
Mhm.
Like, it's wild.
I mean, that's the
like-
thing. If we're gonna have immigrants, wouldn't we want them to be in love with America and
Yeah.
being an active part of it?
How do you not stand? How do you
Got
not
him
stand?
again.
I'm asking this
is
Congress to
kinda
pass
gross.
tough legislation to ensure that violent and dangerous
I thought immigrants'
repeat
lives
offenders
matters.
are
They're
put
our
behind
neighbors.
bars, and importantly, that they stay there
We're on like what? An
Starting
hour and
last summer, I
20 minutes,
deployed
an
our
hour and
National
30?
Guard and federal law enforcement
Hour 20,
to restore
hour 15
law
probably because they
and order
started
to our
a little
most
late.
dangerous cities, including
What about
Memphis,
Slava
Tennessee,
Ukraine?
big success. New Orleans, Louisiana, big success. And our nation's capital itself, Washington, D.C., where we have almost no crime anymore in Washington, D.C. How did that happen?
How did that happen? He says to himself.
Yeah. Look at Schumer. This guy doesn't even know how to grill a hamburger patty.
Washington is now at the lowest level ever recorded, and murders in D.C. this January
Who puts the
were
cheese
down
on a raw
close to
burger?
100% from a year ago.
Look, there are lots of theories in culinary science. And
Yeah.
you are not able to say what's what.
Sir, we have 8 seconds for this photo shoot. Yeah, this chick is stealing her getup. That's kind of the older style. They were all wearing that at the
brave
inauguration.
service
I think a lot of women
who
were in
helped
that.
achieve this stunning turnaround was 20-year-old West Virginia Army National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom.
Oh, man.
After a
Another one.
4-month deployment, she voluntarily extended her service.
Yeah.
And her rank was going to be lifted. She was doing so well. They were so proud of her. But the very next day, she was on patrol near the White House when she was ambushed.
My buddy just
and
texted me, damn,
shot
Trump
in
is
the head by a
eviscerating the
terrorist
Democrats in
monster
this
from
speech more than
Afghanistan.
usual.
Shouldn't have been in our country. And all because she wore the uniform of our nation. She was shot. She
Is this
traveled
a
here
National
because he
Guardsman?
didn't
Yeah,
like
there were
people
two
wearing our
shot,
uniform.
both
Yeah,
from West
she
Virginia,
died.
but the
Deranged.
female
Shouldn't
officer
have
died.
been in our country. Sarah Beckstrom died in order to defend our capital, and we are honored to be joined by her wonderful parents.
You're right,
Gary
Omega. My
and
expectations were low,
Evalie.
but
Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. I saw reports on her. They've never seen anything like it.
there's Papa.
Oh, these poor
Salt of the earth
parents.
Americans. Yeah.
Yeah, they're West Virginians.
Yeah.
Like, it must be one of these crazy moments where it's surreal, but also like does bring your daughter
You're
back.
reliving, yeah,
Like,
and
there's
you're
nothing
reliving
like it.
So sorry. Thank you very much. A great young lady. I saw reports that were like, perfect. She was perfect. Serving alongside Sarah that day was Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. The terrorist shot Andrew in the head.
Yeah.
And no one thought he could possibly make it. Two of them, Sarah and Andrew, both shot violently in the head. Neither was expected to make it. They weren't even given a chance, except his wonderful mother, named Melody, who I spoke to the same night. And she was so positive. The doctors thought that Andrew was gone. But his mother said, no, no, Mr. President, Andrew will be fine. He's going to make it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he was given almost
Trump
no
sees a lot
chance.
of things for the first time.
She said, I have no doubt, sir, he's going to be okay. This was a conversation that I had with her that night. With her son laying helplessly in bed, blood all over. Everybody is praying, she said, sir, he will be okay. The doctors didn't understand what she was saying. And after looking at the results of the damage done, neither did I. She was so strong and conclusive that even Andrew's great father felt she didn't really understand the gravity of the situation. But she turned out to be right. Right, Melody? She turned out
To learn how this impacts services
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Okay. He's wearing a hat probably because he has scarring and okay, that makes sense now.
But again, also part of the West Virginia National Guard.
Please enter the last 4 digits of a card on your account, followed by the pound sign.
Hell yeah, Mom.
amazing, actually.
Your card is not yet
Where does this woman come from? She's the most positive person I've ever met.
confirmation that your
with God's help, Andrew has battled back from the edge of death, and we're talking about the edge of death, on his way to a miraculous recovery. He's got a little work to do, but he's doing great. Nice to see you. He's a good-looking guy. Nice to see you. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you very much.
He's so uncomfortable. He's like, I hate this.
Well, I wonder what his rehab is like too. Like have all eyes on you and be like, okay, stand up.
Yeah, I mean, what if he's
Also,
got...
like, what are you gonna do? Like, pump your fist for sitting next to the parents of the guardsman who was next to him?
So, Andrew,
crazy moment.
Now I'm going to ask a highly respected General James
Oh.
Stewart to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and the great family of Sarah.
She should get one too.
Beckstrom,
Okay.
with the award created by our late, great
Hold on. I
President
appreciate
George
Justin.
Washington himself. It's called the Purple Heart.
Hell yeah. Deserved.
Man, crazy.
Look how happy he is. Like, yeah.
I want to see if her parents get hers though.
Yeah.
I don't want them to move until they have driven like.
There we go.
Aww.
Because usually, you know, these military, like her dad was probably in too. You know what I mean? Like he looks like former. Like this shit means something to them.
Yeah. And again, like you had the first reaction was like, but she should get the recognition too. Like,
Yeah.
oh, her dad is so emotional.
He's proud.
To continue to the main
We
menu.
love you all. Love you. We're proudly restoring safety for Americans at home, and we are also restoring security for Americans abroad. Our country has never been stronger. In my first 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Cambodia. Isn't it funny?
Press 3 for help
Sick
loading
people.
more cards, including direct deposit.
Cambodia and Thailand.
Someone yelling, that's a lie.
Pakistan and
That's a
India
lie, yeah.
would have been a nuclear war. 35 million people. Said
India,
the Prime Minister of Pakistan would have died. if it were not for
Congo,
my involvement. Kosovo and Serbia,
yeah.
Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, Armenia and Azerbaijan, the Congo and Rwanda, and of course the war in Gaza, which proceeds at a very low level. It's just about there. And I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for your help. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jared.
They seem to have done some good work there too.
I feel neutral on this, but Kushner always makes me nervous.
Yeah,
I want good things to happen, but it seems like he caused some issues during the first term.
Yes.
And I also want to thank the man they report to, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Thank you, Marco.
Marco.
Also, like Thunderdome cheers for Marco Rubio. I feel like
Yeah.
I was just like, thank you for being you, Marco.
Yeah, thanks for doing fucking everything, Marco.
This is always an
People
interesting
like
position
you.
because it's like, do you stand for
Marco
yourself?
got 100%
Yeah.
of the votes.
Yeah, you do.
He was in confidence. I think our
think people
next
feel
one
it's,
was
like, more
about
modest.
54%. And some of the Democrats are now saying, I can't believe we approved that guy. And he said it's an honor that they feel that way, right, Marco? You have done a great job, great Secretary of State. I think he'll go down as the best ever.
He could.
He's like, I'm so tired.
Yeah, he's like, you guys know I have to go be the president of Greenland later, okay? Like,
Under the ceasefire I negotiated, every single hostage, both living and dead, has been. Some of the Democrats are now saying,
oh, I thought my whole PC locked up or something.
Is this you or is this
No, the stream.
network?
Yeah, the stream. Not like this is.
Nobody thought it was possible.
There we go.
Nobody thought that was possible. Both living and dead, and those parents who had a dead son, their boy, they'd always tell me their boy, they wanted him as much as though he were living. It was an amazing period of time. He came back, and when we got all of the living hostages back, and many, many before them, but I always said those last 20 are going to be very tough, but we got many, many more, hundreds. But I said those last 20 are going to be tough. We got them back. But we only got back 14 or 15 of the dead of the 28. And believe it or not, Hamas worked along with Israel, and they dug and they dug and they dug. It's a tough thing to do. Going through bodies all over, passing up 100 bodies sometimes for each one that they found. Tough job. And they finally got it back to 27. And then Steve and Jared, they got it back to 28. They found all 28. Nobody thought that was possible, but we did it. And I remember the family of the 28th. They were so grieved, but they were so happy as it's possible to be. They had their boy back. The mother said, "Sir, we have our boy back." What a period of time that was, but we got them all back. So thank you both very much. Great job.
Democrats remain sitting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Nothing can come to them tonight.
And we're working very hard to end the ninth war, the killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000 soldiers are dying each and every month. Think of that, 25,000 soldiers are dying a month. A war which would have never happened if I were president. Would have never happened. As president, I will make peace wherever I can, but I will never hesitate to confront threats to America wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last June, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer.
Sweet name.
I wonder who they come up with these names. They have a couple options and somebody picked. Or...
Yeah, I'm not sure.
For decades, it had been the policy of the United States never to allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years ago, the regime and its murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism, death, and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term. Had a huge impact. He was the father of the roadside bomb.
Midnight Hammer, 70s porno name. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at
Captain,
least,
I see your comment.
Like
yeah, the wood paneling I think will look good.
32,000 protesters in their own country.
That went away quick, didn't it?
Hung them.
They were killing them.
To stop them from
and there was no internet,
hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. This is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, starting it all over.
Yeah. Hey, John. Hey, sorry, I was busy.
And are at this moment again pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference.
I feel like the momentum's dropping a little bit. I don't know if it's my own energy or.
My preference is to solve this problem through
should be a tight
diplomacy.
60 minutes.
But one thing is certain: I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen.
What happened to today's quartercast on YouTube? Nothing as far as I know. Should be there.
And no nation should ever doubt America's resolve. We have the most powerful military on earth. I rebuilt the military in my first term.
Yeah,
we're going to continue to do so. Also,
not there.
Just approved a $1 trillion budget. We have no choice.
What
We have
happened?
to be strong. Because hopefully we will seldom have to use this great power that we built together. It's really called Peace Through Strength, and it's been very, very effective.
I actually don't know. We were live on YouTube. It's just gone.
Has this happened before?
So thanks to Republican in Congress who are investing that record number of dollars, have no choice, in the United States.
There's no notice
Armed
either.
Forces. Also created
Told
a lot
my
of
wife to
jobs,
start
but
calling me
we're
a
not even
midnight
doing
hammer,
it
and she
for that
rolled her
reason.
eyes. Yeah, well.
Because as I said, we have more jobs, more people working today than
Look, I
ever
respect
before
that
in
you're
the history of
asking,
our
though.
country.
Yeah.
And NATO countries are friends and allies. They are. They're our friends and they're our allies. Have just agreed.
I wonder
at
why
my
I
very
didn't get an
strong
email.
request
They normally email
to pay
you, right?
5%
Yeah, they normally
of
email you and say like it was taken
GDP
down,
for
but
military defense.
I don't think
rather
there's
than the
anything from
2%,
our-
which they weren't.
I don't think
paying.
there's
We were
anything today
paying
that
for
would've.
almost all of NATO.
Triggered
Not
it.
today.
5 as
No,
opposed to
it's
not
just
paying.
gone. No notice, no nothing.
We did stream YouTube, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We were I had
And
the
getting
chat
that
open.
5% was something which everyone said would never be done, could not happen. We got it really easily. One meeting. And big difference between 2% that's not paid. We were paying, afraid of many of them. Very few were paid up. Now 5%, then they're paid. And everything we send over to Ukraine is sent
know,
through
guys.
NATO, and they pay us in full. They pay us totally in full.
No, the people are
Every
asking about
branch of
our normal
armed
2 p.m.
forces is
stream.
setting
It
records
is just like gone.
for recruitment. This is so exciting. And every service member recently. And every service member recently received a warrior dividend of
Right. It is.
$1,776.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
You know, they put it on my desk. We got the money from tariffs and other things. A lot of money we have. We have much more money than people understand. Have to rebuild that program a little bit, but it won't take long.
Give me
But
some.
we got the money, and it was $1,775, and they wanted my approval. And I said, "What's the number?" $1,775. I said, "Wait a minute. For one more dollar, we can have $1,776. It's going to." I said, "We're going to figure that." I never asked anybody if we could afford it. One more dollar. I said $1,776, and I said, "That's good." And I'll tell you what, our military. That was 4 months ago. Our military. I never see a person in the military that doesn't thank me for it. So we're honored to do it. They deserve it. And we call it 1776. It was great. And we love our military. We love our law enforcement.
Yeah.
Trump's
We love our
nearly
firemen.
80
You
and
know,
he's working the
firemen don't
mimetic
get mentioned
still.
enough. We love our firemen. We're also
Look, it's called branding, Jeremy. I don't know if you know that person in your marketing background.
Yeah.
We're also restoring American security and dominance in the Western Hemisphere, acting to secure our national interests and defend our country from violence, drugs, terrorism, and foreign interference. For years, large swaths of territory in our region, including large parts of Mexico, really large parts of Mexico, have been controlled by murderous drug cartels. That's why I designated these cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and I declared illicit fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. And with our new military campaign, we have stopped record amounts of drugs coming into our country and virtually
Yeah, we're
stopped
circling
it
back here a little
completely
bit.
coming in by water or sea. You probably noticed that.
I mean, they're all good points. I just feel like
very seriously
the
damaged
rhythm is
their
off a
fishing
little bit.
industry.
Yeah.
Also, nobody wants to go fishing anymore.
Oh,
There's
Rashida
always-
Tlaib is
We've
there, and
also
she's melting
taken
out.
down one
She
of
was
the
one that
most
was
sinister
melting.
cartel kingpins of all. You saw that yesterday. In January,
Of course, it's impressive how long Trump can talk for, but you know, I don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like this is why some of his accomplishments gets lost.
Yeah, this was like when at the RNC. I was like, "Damn, brother!"
in January,
I think it went on for like 2 hours.
Out one of the most
At least there were
complex,
like props
spectacular
and all
feats
kinds of like
military
moments of
competence
silence and all kinds of
power.
stuff. Like,
In
Yeah.
world history, no one's seen anything like it. Foreign leaders, I won't tell you who, called me and they said, very impressive, very impressive. They couldn't believe. They all watched. They saw what happened. This is a different
Trump's just vamping now, I
fighting
think.
force that we had years ago
that's
when
what it
we
feels
fought
like, and
to
it shouldn't.
tie.
Like,
Yeah.
it's got to be
It's a
hit
great
after hit after
fighting
hit after
force. I'm
hit.
so proud of it.
Yeah, he needs the wrap it
Look
up button.
Space Force is my baby. As we did that.
That's true.
My baby. It's becoming so important. And America's armed forces overwhelmed all defenses and utterly defeated an enemy, good fighters, to end the reign of outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and bring him to face American justice.
Well,
And
these
this
people are
was an
crazy clip is
absolutely
going viral
colossal
already.
victory for the security
Good.
of the United
Yeah.
States, and it also opens up a bright new
Hey, Ken,
beginning
thank you.
for the people of Venezuela. We're working closely with the new president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, to unleash extraordinary economic gains for both of our countries and to bring new hope to those who have suffered so terribly. They really did suffer. With us tonight is Alejandro Gonzalez. She grew up in a tight-knit Venezuelan family and was especially close to her beloved uncle Enrique. But after Enrique ran for office and opposed Maduro, he was kidnapped by Maduro's security forces and thrown into the regime's really infamous prison in Caracas. Alejandro feared she would never see her uncle again. She feared for her own life also. But since the raid, we have worked with the new leadership, and they have ordered the closure of that vile prison and released hundreds of political prisoners already, with more to come. Alejandro, I'm pleased to inform you that not only has your uncle been released,
This is where she's
but
learning
he
it?
is here tonight. We
Yeah.
brought him over to celebrate his freedom with you in person.
Whoa!
Enrique, please come down.
Okay.
What?
Whoever bet that on call, she's rich.
Oh my gosh. Also, that's insider trading, Call. I see it.
Yeah.
Jeremy, on that heartwarming note, I have to depart to tend
Yeah.
to my
Go
office.
do your thing. Go do your thing.
Guys, thanks for
hanging
hanging out with me. Keep me abreast of what's going on. It
We'll see you
seems like you guys
tomorrow.
are in for a long night.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Enrique, have a good time. Nice to have you back,
Yeah.
Enrique. There were many heroes on that January raid to capture Maduro. Really great heroes. It was very dangerous. They knew we were coming. They were all set. But the deeds of one warrior that night will live forever in the eternal chronicles of military valor. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Eric Slover, planned the mission and was the flight lead in the cockpit.
She'll be
of the
back
first
tomorrow,
helicopter.
2 Eastern.
A big, beautiful, powerful helicopter. It was a massive Chinook.
I should be back tomorrow
Carrying, as
too,
you can
guys. I'm gonna
imagine,
do some more
many-
driving lives.
many
Maybe
American
DoorDashing tomorrow
warfighters.
too. We'll see.
Wearing the dog tags, his wife Amy had blessed with holy water before he left. She knew it was going to be a rough one. Eric steered the Chinook under the cover of night and descended swiftly upon Maduro's heavily protected military fortress. This was a major military installation protected by thousands of soldiers and guarded by Russian and Chinese military technology. How did that work out? Not too good.
Oh.
While preparing to land, enemy machine guns fired from every angle, and Eric was hit very badly in the leg and hip, one bullet after another. He absorbed 4 agonizing shots, shredding his leg into numerous pieces. And yet, despite the fact that the use of his legs was vital to successful helicopter flight, legs are the most important part of flying a helicopter, to deliver the many commandos who would capture and detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about.
Yeah,
Then,
he
even
should
as
have
was
kept
gushing
this like
blood,
a
which was
tight
flowing back
hour
down
20
the
minutes.
aisle, helicopter lands at a steep
Well, we're in
angle.
on it now, though.
Machine gun stood right in front of him. They were right
I'm
in
pot
front of him,
committed. I
two
got to
machine
finish it.
gunners. Escaped the wrath of the previous planes. Eric maneuvered his helicopter with all of those lives and souls to face the enemy and let his gunners eliminate the threat. Turned the helicopter around so the gunners could take care of business, saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic crash deep in enemy
He's
territory.
got the gangster lean. Like you've
Only
done
after
you've
safely
said your
landing
thing.
the helicopter with all the warriors aboard in the exact right spot, which was vital to the mission. Probably would have had to maybe cancel the mission if that didn't happen. Eric told his
Ryan,
co-pilot,
shit's kind of dry. What's
also
up, Ryan?
wounded, but not
What
as
shot do you
bravely
want
to
Saturday? Yeah,
take
I believe it's 2
over.
shots I won on that
I'm
bet.
about ready to pass out.
I noticed you didn't reply to my
The
text.
success of the entire mission and the lives of his fellow warriors hinge on Eric's ability to take searing pain. It was unbelievable what's happened to his legs of the bullets and keep on flying and landing. And
Silver Star incoming. Okay, prediction has been locked in. Silver Star.
Because they saw the blood pouring down the aisle. Chief Warrant Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say that he is here tonight with his wife, Amy, Eric, and Amy. Come on in.
A lean stance. He's probably tired of standing. He's been standing for 2 hours straight.
So we have a surprise for Eric and Amy. In recognition of Eric's actions above and beyond the call of duty, I would now like to ask General Jonathan Braga to present Chief Warrant Officer Slover with our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Whoa, whoa! I sold him. Medal of Honor. Hell yeah, dude. Good for him.
Boy, you're giving out a Legion of Merit and a CMH tonight. That's there's military in action.
Absolute Chad.
Well, thank you very much, Eric and Amy. Great to get to know you. I met with them and with a lot of their fellow warriors at Fort Bragg recently. You notice the name Fort Bragg. We have it back. We brought it back. We won the First World War with it, the Second World War with it, and then they decided to change the name. So we changed it back. Everybody wanted to change back too. And 10 of Eric's fellow warriors from that incredible night of victory will also be receiving medals at a private ceremony that will soon be held at the White House, and Eric will be there. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. That's a big one. Tonight we've celebrated many truly
Here's the wrap
American
up.
patriots, but there is one last living legend to honor before we go. He is one more heroic American aviator.
Okay.
Navy fighter pilot Royce Williams served. There is one last living legend to honor before we go. He is one more heroic American aviator. Navy fighter pilot Royce Williams served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, flying more than 220 missions.
Jeez.
In the skies over Korea in 1952, Royce was in the dogfight of a lifetime, legendary dogfight.
I read about
Flying
this.
through blizzard conditions, his squadron was ambushed by 7 Soviet fighter planes. It was his first aerial combat of the war, and despite being massively outnumbered and outgunned, Royce led the takedown of 4 enemy jets and almost destroyed the others.
He was told to come back.
Vanquishing his adversaries while taking
I read about that too.
263 bullets to his own plane and being seriously hurt. His story was secret for over 50 years. He didn't even want to tell his wife, but the legend grew and grew. But tonight, at 100 years old, this brave Navy captain is finally getting the recognition he deserves. He was a legend long before this evening. Royce,
Navy
please
captain is
stand
like a
up, and
colonel
I
in
will
the
ask
Army.
the First
Silver
Lady of
colonel.
the United States to present Captain Royce Williams with his Congressional Medal of Honor.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's no Angelica Van Buren putting a Medal of Honor on you, but it's still pretty damn
She's
cool.
still fine. Objectively.
Still pretty dang cool.
He's like,
He
hey,
has to.
Hey, do you come with the medal?
Mark Kelly has to. He never did anything heroic.
By the way, this is the kind of thing where up until 6 years ago, every single American would have stood.
Yes. Yes.
So when the left says, let's find common ground, how about you stand for the Medal of Honor?
There you go.
I experienced it as a comic, just being a veteran. Certain people didn't like you.
Yep. When people say we need to find some moments where we can unify as Americans, these are those moments.
These are the, yeah.
So observe those.
You can tell they've been drinking too. They're playing a drinking
under
game.
these moments. And it looks like most people are standing because they kind of feel compelled, but there are still a few stragglers.
Sorry. I bet Elon Omar's not standing. And if she is, she's faking it.
Ilhan. Don't you say Elon.
I bet you should stand for her brother.
She kneels for her brother.
Her brother stands for her.
Get it, dude? Blowjobs.
Thank you, Eric. I've always wanted the Congressional Medal of Honor, but I was
They're
informed
both
I'm not allowed
slashed.
to give it to myself, and I wouldn't know why I'd be taking it. But if they ever open up that law, I will be there with you someday. But you know, that's our highest honor, Congressional Medal of Honor, and that's a big thing. And
Well,
it's an
CNN
honor
fact
to be
check
in
that.
the same room with you.
He didn't
both
deserve a
very
Medal of
much,
Honor.
Eric.
Obviously a joke.
I know.
Obvious, like no veteran is looking at that and thinking he meant that.
What the left does is they fact check Donald Trump for speaking the way that we all speak at a Thanksgiving table. It's like he says something that we would all say, like, joke, and they go, that's actually not true. That was, in fact, not the best broccoli cheese dip I've ever had in my life. It was, at best, top 8.
The gallery this evening took their first breaths 1 century ago, 100 years before that, on July 4th, 1826, the author of the Declaration of Independence, brilliant, Thomas Jefferson, drew his last breath. Just a single long human lifespan separates the giants who declared and won our independence from the heroes who stand among us tonight.
Wow.
Everything our nation has done, everything we have achieved, has been the work of those few great lifetimes. In those brief
This
chapters,
is about the
Americans
identity
built this
of our
from
nation.
13 humble
Yes.
colonies into the pinnacle of human civilization and human freedom,
Mm.
the strongest, wealthiest, most powerful, most successful nation in all of history.
Fact check
Americans
true.
ventured out across the daunting and dangerous continent. We carved paths through an unforgiving wilderness, settled a boundless frontier, and tamed the beautiful but very, very dangerous Wild West. From empty marshes and wide open plains, we raised up the world's greatest cities. Together, we mastered the world's mightiest industries, and shattered history's monstrous tyrannies, and we liberated millions from the chains of fascism, communism, oppression, and terror. Americans lifted humanity into the skies on the wings of aluminum and steel, and then we launched mankind into the stars on rockets powered by sheer American will and unyielding American pride. We wired the globe with our ingenuity. We captivated the planet with American culture. And now we are pioneering the next great American breakthroughs that will change the entire world. All of this and so much more is the enduring legacy, unmatched glory of the hardworking patriots who built and defended this country and who still carry the hopes and freedoms on all of humanity's backs. For years, they were forgotten, betrayed, and cast aside. But that great betrayal is over, and they will never be forgotten again. Because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration,
He's hating this.
it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge Americans cannot overcome, no frontier too vast for us to conquer, no dream too bold for us to chase, no horizon too distant for us to claim. For our destiny is written by the hand of providence, and these first 250 years were just the beginning. From the rugged border towns of Texas to the heartland villages of Michigan, from the sun-kissed shores of Florida to the endless fields of the Dakotas, and from the historic streets of Philadelphia to right here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the golden age of America is upon us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot. And our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
So really quick, we're going to get to our fact check of the fact checkers. A quick commercial break so we can tinkle.
Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started.
Yeah, we're just getting started. To quote John Lennon, he said, if you lived
I believe the quote was, if you lived during the era of the Roman Empire, you'd want to be in Rome. He was talking about New York City. If this is the era of the Roman Empire, the United States, President Trump is the last Roman emperor. And I know that a bunch of analogies there just kind of converge. We're like, oh, emperor. No, but I'm talking about a guy who is actually an ambassador, a representative of what he believes in, the greatest nation state on earth. United States today in 2026 is.
Yeah. This is his strategy. Yeah. The Democrats will be asleep. The rebuttal is pre-taped. Yeah, but it's still not gonna air until after, right?
Some great patriotic moments tonight as the
Possible. Well, with that, we're gonna wrap up because I've got to be live again in what, 16 hours. We'll be live again tomorrow at 2 Eastern. Thanks everyone for hanging out.
What does it have to do with this story right now? This is live. We're on live radio.
They both saved.
Great. In other news, in the latest study, nutritionists say you won't believe what's hidden in your children's lunch meat.
You know, with American finance,
Yeah, it was pretty good.
no hidden fees.
New studies show.
My wife was hiding things from me.
Studies show.
A separate checking and savings account.
Let me guess. A secret lover too. Huh? Can I get
How did you know?
A big one?
Was it you?
Oh, everyone saw that dime store floozy for the harlot that she was.
You adultering bastard!
I'm not an adult. I wouldn't touch that broad with his dick. Hey. I'm sorry. You know I like you. It's just his wife's a slut.
You're right.
No.
I'm sorry. I just get so worked up. It's.
What is with no? Don't say it. Fight back. Have a backbone. This is the problem. The reason your wife wants a man that she can have a volley with. You can't have a volley if you're just mush.
I'm still wearing the ring.
Yes, because you're a loser.
This guy can't get it off.
What are you on about?
Fingers got too fat.
I don't know if I feel bad for you or just want to spit on you. Move on with my day.
I haven't showered in weeks. That'd be nice.
You know, I never told this story. But one time I actually hit a small boy with my car. Call American Financing today at 1-800-974-6500 or visit AmericanFinancing.net/Crowder. No upfront fees. Goes in as fast as 10 days, and you could even delay up to 2 mortgage payments. NMLS 182334.
NMLS 182334. Guys, please go and support our sponsors. They stick their necks out to sponsor us. So obviously True Gold and Rumble Wallet and now American Financing start today, and you may be able to delay 2 mortgage payments. AmericanFinancing.net/Crowder. 182334. That's the NMLS number that we have to say by law, and we typically have to say it very quickly. We have decided to give you guys more coverage of the speech this year and really focus our time and effort on fact-checking, not only the fact-checkers, Daniel Dale, CNN, but also the counter-speech, kind of the rebuttal speech that we're going to hear in just a minute. But I don't know about you, that is the clearest, most definitive State of the Union I've ever heard a president give, the most combative, it's clearest and definitive. It clearly outlined what Democrats support because he highlighted that they were not standing. And he didn't just like say something and then they didn't stand. That had already happened. He said, stand if, and gave a directive like you're supporting America first. And they didn't stand. And it was the longest ovation that we had up until that point. And he just pointed at this group of people and said they're crazy. That is something that has needed to happen for a long time. And I guarantee you the people right now, Jake Tapper and everybody else there, is not going to love that they did that. So let's tune in and see what they're saying.
Lower than it's ever been. He was speaking to a room full of Republican members of Congress.
Whose fault is that?
Many of whom stand to lose their seats. The president stands to lose part of the power that he currently has in Washington. And I think the speech reflected the way this president often deploys the strengths that he has. Yes, he spent some time defending his own record. He spent some time blaming his predecessor. He spent some time, at least one of my Republican sources pointed out to me, trying to convince people it wasn't as bad as maybe they feel that it was. But he spent far more time during this speech on offense, right?
Yeah.
Hey, do you have the stinger for fact-checking fact checkers?
I do.
Let's hit it.
Tweet check. Fact Trump. Trump fact check tweet. Fact check. News.
Again.
Volume.
Stand and clap if they
Love you.
supported American citizens. That is where this president
We're
often
beer all American.
tries to project strength, and he did it again tonight.
And for those at home who are wondering what exactly happened when Congressman Al Green, Democrat of Texas.
No, we weren't
objected,
wondering. He's a piece of
holding
shit. We
sign,
know.
Saying, quote, black people aren't apes, and allusion to the
Right. We all know that black people aren't apes,
I guess
right?
you must have heard like Donald Trump go, and let's give him the Congressional Medal of Honor. Also, black people are apes.
Well, this is about the mean.
Right.
Obama meme, yeah.
In my view, most Americans live in their silos, and so people watch this from their perspective, prior practice for the most part.
Thanks for telling America how that America lives.
A lot of people die in silos. They fall in and they can't swim out of the corn.
Too much wheat.
The midterm year is approval rating among Republicans down some too, from 90%
Barely.
to 82% in their most
They
recent
put
poll.
the
I would
mic
not be
in his
surprised at all if
ass.
he helped himself there. That's not enough. That's not enough. One speech is not going to change anything. But the Republican Party needs its base enthusiastic heading into the midterm election year. And there was a lot in the speech from the president, both from a policy perspective of what he's done and what he's trying to do, and the few skirmishes he had with the Democrats. That if you're trying to get your base to say, okay, I've been sort of pulled back, Washington's too loud, I don't like the fighting, I don't like a lot of Latino Republicans I talk to, I don't like seeing ICE in the streets of America. You might get a little bit of them.
Yeah, except the polls don't reflect that.
Tonight. He nailed the Republican base, brought them back in the fold with a solid message on the economy, on immigration, on his foreign policy. That is the work he had to do. And that also brings over a lot of independents that are similarly minded to what Republicans
This guy should be trying to tell me to get the ring on the bottle at a carnival.
and will be very instructive and important for the midterms. But between now and the midterms, he has to maintain his control of Republicans on the Hill. He did that and did that in spades.
By the way, the Democratic response will come up in just a few minutes. They always take a little bit of time to prepare. We're going to go right to it, obviously.
Do you have some of the quick fact checks?
So basically, it was just the 18 trillion in investments. We couldn't really find where he's getting that number from. 9.7 is the U.S. and foreign investment kind of commitments. SNAP, 2.1 million people are off of food stamps because of the new requirements, like we talked about. The 80-hour work week, age range,
month.
18. I'm sorry, 80-hour work month. That would be hard. I'm sorry, I meant normal Americans. Yeah. You know, with their 80-hour work weeks. And there's
Oh, that's a drink.
People have to drink.
That's a drink.
Tim.
No. People get to drink.
Or
Gerald.
soul. I'll take my bottle of wine now so that I can pour it here. All right, so the Trump tax bill, I can pour and talk. Every tax bracket will save money on average $2,900.
Watch him next. He'll walk and chew gum at the same time.
Yeah, I can breathe and talk at the same time, too. You know what? You did do that.
Hold on, Anderson Cooper. He sucks dick.
Go.
The way that he wants to see the country may not be where the country actually is or where the country sees itself.
Yeah,
But he
deporting
utilized,
illegals, protecting Americans,
celebrating heroes,
game show type moments where you're seeing awards being presented to
Game
really,
show type moments?
Bring.
Thanks for reducing a Medal of Honor recipient to a game show winner, you fucking bitch.
Sorry, that's okay. It's okay. Do we have the list of medals that Biden gave out? Because here's the thing: does this exist in a vacuum?
Yeah, Biden's medals were a carnival.
Yeah, did President Trump give medals to people who historically, in line with the United States, would warrant medals versus kids transitioning, versus assistant health secretaries who look like Dee Snider? Let's be really clear. Everyone gives out medals. What are you giving them out for? That was like a. You see that pop? That was like a pretty lady pop.
This is the counter. This is their version of Kid Rock.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Live fact check, guys.
In 1705, the people of the Virginia colony gathered here to take on the extraordinary task of governing themselves.
Oh, they didn't have your ideas in
Before
mind.
there was a Declaration of Independence, a Constitution, or a Bill of Rights.
You don't believe in
there were
independence.
people in this
You believe in welfare.
The people who served here ultimately dreamed of what a new nation, unlike anything the world had ever seen, could be.
So why do you want to be like
The
failed
United
Europe?
States
Which is
was
what we are, by the
founded
way.
on the idea
A nation
that
like that
ordinary people
no one's ever
could
seen.
reject the unacceptable excesses of poor leadership, band together to demand better of their government, and create a nation that would be an example for the world.
Look at her. She's so self-satisfied. She's like, an example for the
This year,
world.
As we
Yeah.
celebrate 250 years since America declared our
And you hate
independence from
all of it.
tyranny,
You want to erase it
better
in the
place
history classes in public school.
reflect on the current state of our union.
Can you tell me one part of history that Democrats are proud of American history? Can you guys name me one part?
Civil rights.
Yeah, that was Republicans.
Oh, shit.
So let's speak
Civil War.
plainly and honestly.
Republican.
And let me ask you, the American people watching at home,
You're a good
three
foil.
questions. Is the president working to make life more affordable for you and your family?
Yes.
Is the president working to keep
Well, it is.
Americans safe both at home
It
and
is
abroad?
safer.
Yes.
Record low
Is the
crime, record low
president
illegal
working
immigration,
for you?
record high deportations.
As I campaigned for governor last year, I traveled to every corner of
I
Virginia.
lied my ass
You've
off.
been governor for less than a year, and you're doing this?
Yeah.
Costs
They're
are
trying to
too
prop her up.
high in housing, healthcare, energy, and childcare. And I know these same conversations are being had all across this country. Because since this president took office last year, his reckless trade policies have forced
come on.
American families to pay more than $1,700 each in tariff costs. Small businesses have suffered, farmers
year?
have suffered, some
That's
losing
over
entire
$340
markets.
billion a
Every
year
day
in revenue generated from
Americans
tariffs
are
and
paying the price.
tax cuts and
And even though the
much
they're,
lower
no,
inflation.
they're okay with tariff.
4 days ago,
Tariffs affecting Americans, but not taxes. That's fine. Tax out the ass. It's okay.
Meanwhile, the president is planning for new tariffs, another massive tax hike on you.
Oh, you hate
and your
taxes
family.
now.
And Republicans in Congress.
By the way, on tariffs, you can just buy
They
something
remain
from an American company.
Yeah, the difference is tariffs give you an option, taxes don't. It's mandate versus choice. Mandate versus investment.
Gerald, or you could buy things like a non-American company, like a Toyota.
It's true.
That's made in America by American workers.
Championed by the president
Which is
and
encouraged
Republicans
and
in
fostered
Congress.
through tariffs.
And tonight, the
I see the
president
point, yeah.
celebrated this law, the one threatening rural hospitals, stripping health care from millions of Americans and driving up costs
Because they're
in
too lazy?
energy and housing, all while
Except
cutting
energy costs
food
are down and
programs for
healthcare
hungry
costs are
kids.
trending
Trying
down.
to figure out what that
But
brooch
here in
is.
Virginia, I am working with our state legislature to lower costs
To abort
and
already
make
born
the
babies,
Commonwealth
yes.
more affordable.
By the way, every tax bracket will save money. New tax cuts, $2,900 per family.
By the way, she looks like the witch in Robin Hood.
She does.
In our nation's capital and in state capitals and communities across America. In the most innovative and exceptional nation in the history of the world, Americans deserve to know that their leaders are focused on addressing the problems that keep them up at night. Problems that
Tranny's taking a
dictate where
dump in
you
the Target
live, whether
bathroom.
you can afford to start a business or whether you have to skip a prescription in order to buy groceries. So I'll ask again.
Here, I'll put it in the
Is the
chat.
president working to make life more affordable for you
Correct.
and your
Yes.
family?
Yes.
We all know the answer is no.
Is yes.
What?
I grew up in a house of service. My mother was a nurse. and
$5
my father was a
per
career
dozen
law
eggs to
enforcement officer.
$2.50.
I began my career by
$5
following
per
in
gallon
my
of gas
father's
to
footsteps
$2.50.
as a federal agent working money laundering and narcotics cases. I worked side by side with local and state police to keep our community safe.
You were in the CIA.
to
You didn't
uphold
do
and enforce
that
the
type
law.
of enforcement.
Law enforcement officers across the country know that it is a
You're a
unique
white liberal
responsibility
governor.
to
The
do
only
the
thing you're
serious
keeping
work
safe is the snatches of
investigating
sluts.
crimes, comforting victims, and
Not even
making
then.
arrests. It's about building trust.
It's interesting
and
because you had a
that
different
requires
message
an
about
abiding
the
sense
law
of
enforcement in
duty
2020.
and commitment.
Defund the
There was a
police. something like that.
different
Yeah, that's right.
message from
Defund the
Democrats in
police.
2020.
Yes, yes. Social workers, no police. Yeah.
Poorly trained
Ask the
federal
cops, they'll
agents
tell you.
into our cities, where they have arrested and detained American citizens and people
Incorrect.
who aspire to be
Not a
Americans.
single one. Not
have
one.
done it without
Not one.
warrant.
Not one American citizen was arrested and detained for any significant period of time. Illegal aliens, murderers, rapists, yes.
Those who broke the law as American citizens and got in the way, yes.
Yeah.
You break the law, you get arrested.
Don't kick out an officer's taillights. Don't run over an officer with your car. You're safe. Those are the only two examples they have. The only two. The only two.
Investigating murders, crimes against children, or the criminals defrauding seniors of their life savings.
Crimes against children? You mean like
Our
ICE?
president told
Rescuing
us
trafficked
tonight we are
kids?
safer. Because these agents arrest mothers and detain children? Think about that.
Oh, I've thought about it.
Our broken immigration system
I've
is
thought
something
about
to
it,
be
and,
fixed, not an excuse
fuck you,
for
bitch.
unaccountable agents to terrorize
okay?
our
Yeah,
communities.
it's like it with me.
We gotta fix it, guys. How would you fix it? You guys were in power and you didn't.
After working in law enforcement, I continued
They have
my
no
career
quarter.
service.
He calls it
as a
law
CIA
enforcement.
officer.
He worked for the CIA.
She's in
It's
the
not law
she was a
enforcement.
CIA officer.
So I trust
And
her.
the Fed. Are we being punked right now?
So I trust her because she was in the CIA.
Of adversarial nations around the globe. But as the president spoke of his perceived successes tonight, he continues to cede economic power and technological strength to Russia, bow down to China, bow down to a Russian dictator, and make plans for war with Iran. Here's the
Well, hold on a
truth.
second.
Over
But
the last
that's an
year,
unholy alliance, is those three. That's our primary concern. You crazy bitch.
nation's most serious positions. Our president has endangered the long and storied history of the United States of America being a force for good.
What?
So I'll ask again.
Wow, this is
the president
anti-American.
working to keep Americans safe,
Mhm.
both at home and abroad?
No, they'll just kill
We
us.
all know the answer is no.
Abroad where?
In his speech tonight,
No,
the president did
approve
what he
the
always does.
approve the Nord
He
Stream
lied,
2
he
pipeline.
scapegoated, and he distracted.
Just let's
And he
allow
offered
Europe to get their
no
energy from
real
Russia while
solutions
we send
to our
hundreds of
nation's
billions of
pressing
dollars to
challenges.
Ukraine as we
So
fund the
many
war
of which
against Ukraine.
he is
She wants us to go the Democrat route. Got it.
He tries to divide us.
Understood.
He tries to enrage us, to pit us against one another, neighbor
You did.
against neighbor.
Your party did by not standing for war heroes.
No, Stephen, he did try to upset us when he gave those medals of honor out.
Right.
He did try to upset us when he told us about the Coast Guard guy who saved hundreds of children.
It
and
should have
other-
been a tranny who took a dump in a Target bathroom with a fake mustache.
That's what
and
would have
lipstick.
united us. But he pissed us off with all the veterans.
Right. My mistake. My mistake.
There's the cover-up of the Epstein
My
files,
mistake.
the crypto
Takes big man.
scams, cozying up to foreign princes for airplanes and billionaires for ballrooms, putting his name and face on buildings all over our nation's capital. This is not
The
what
one
our
that's
founders
safer?
envisioned, not by a long shot.
How many buildings have Trump's name on them in D.C.?
Well, just the things that his private
I-
hotels. By the way,
I
thanks
feel
for
like it's
Agent Lights
zero.
Media Group. You guys rated us, and also Leak Project for rating us as well. Some just random people rating us. I didn't know who you are.
Thank you very much.
Here's the special thing about America.
See how easy it is to
On
rate
our
people? Weird.
250th anniversary, we know better than any nation what is possible.
You don't know what
when
it's like to be
ordinary
a
citizens,
deputy.
like those who
I'm gonna
once
go ahead and
dreamed
raid them
right
too.
here,
But
this room,
we'll wait.
reject the unacceptable and demand more of their government. We see it in the determination of students organizing school walkouts all across the country, whose voices
Students
are
were
becoming
forced
so
by their
powerful.
faculty.
Ignore the Medal of Honor winners who landed choppers in war zones. Pay attention to the 14-year-olds with blue hair who don't want ice. They walked out. They walked out.
Temperatures to carpooling children to
Please
school
tell me her husband walks
so
on
that their
stage and
immigrant
slaps her.
parents are not ripped away
I don't know
from
if she
them
has one.
in the parking lot. As a mother of 3 school-age daughters, I am inspired by their bravery, but I am sickened.
They're
that
not
it is
brave. They're
necessary.
kids.
And
Give them medals of honor for their
Americans
bravery.
across the country are taking action. They are going to the ballot box.
That's
to
bravery,
reject
whatever they did.
this chaos. With their votes, they are writing a new story, a more
They want to
hopeful
reject this
story.
2.4 inflation. They want to reject this GDP growth. They
By
want
the
to.
way, she actually took 50,000 allegedly from a CCP linked tycoon, and she has the nerve to say that Donald Trump is bowing down to China.
Shut the fuck up.
Really?
Bitch, get knee pads.
Something different. Our campaign earned votes from Democrats, Republicans, Independents, and everyone in between.
You can get them off Temu.
Because they knew as citizens.
There you go.
Not with the tariffs.
And I hope they don't work very well and your knees are sore.
And that they didn't need to be constrained by a party or political affiliation. This is happening
beer tastes like
across
wet dog.
the country. New Jersey
Ooh,
elected Mikey Sherrill as
Shepherd or
governor
like
in a
Dogo?
double-digit
Could be.
victory.
Could be a-
Blah, blah, blah. By the way, Online Bigot Radio EH also rated us. That's the last one.
Thank you very much. Let's write all of them down. And
I love
we'll-
the applause. It was on a quick.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Go on.
We're on a time frame here.
Ordinary Americans
What is her
are
pin?
stepping up to run in the spirit
It's probably a state-related.
If there's any
fucking
Army
event.
veterans watching, is that the Pathfinder badge?
for their neighbors and
Is she a Pathfinder?
I know the story well. I first ran for office.
No
in
more beer for
2015
Josh.
I fancy myself more of a
alongside dozens
forerunner.
Other Democrats.
It looks like a
Achieving
path.
the impossible, flipping 41 seats in Congress. In my case, I was the first Democrat elected in 50 years, swinging our district 17 points. Those who are stepping up now to run will win in November because Americans, you at home, know you can demand more and that we are working to lower costs. We are working to keep our communities and our country safe, and we are working for you. In his farewell address, George Washington warned us about the possibility of, quote, cunning, ambitious, and unprincipled men rising to power. But he also encouraged us, all Americans, to unite in a common cause, to move this nation forward. That is our charge once more, and that is what we are seeing across the country. It is deeply American and patriotic to do so, and it is how we ensure that the state of our union remains strong, not just this year, but for the next 250 years as well, because we, the people, have the power to make change, the power to stand up for what is right, the power to demand more of our nation.
All right.
May God bless the
I'm gonna send you guys over
Commonwealth of Virginia, and
to.
may God bless the United States of America.
Continue watching on Crowder. Let them know I sent you. Sorry, I gotta take care of a few things.
I love when they turn to the side, don't you? I love when they turn to the side.
And that was Democratic government.
Hit him with the little nose check. Hit him with the little early life check. Okay, well, here's your Democrat response. We'll talk a little bit more about the State of the Union. Then I'm going to read these super chats. Then I have to go to the bathroom. I have to. Okay, here's your Democrat response.